Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Halfback Dynasty. My name is Brendan. We are joined today with our co-host Tyler during the NFL draft. Tyler, how the heck you feeling, my man?
Feeling good, Brendan. I feel like we just did this, man. Just a couple nights ago. I listened to the new episode at work. It's great. Enjoyed it. Big question is, out of the gate here, we going to get a Rodgers move tonight?
You know, if we do, I mean, it's the same news that we heard last year. Rodgers isn't content with where he's at. Obviously, that was post-draft when Green Bay Packers arguably had the worst draft of the first two rounds, in my opinion. So Is it smoke? Is Rodgers being serious? If so, who's contending in that trade market? It should be everybody who doesn't have a capable quarterback. So, Tyler, I don't know, man. You know, you made a great point that you would think that the trade's got to be done within the top 5 picks, top 3 picks for whoever is quarterback needy. So I don't know, man. I don't know. What if he goes to the Patriots?
Could happen. Could go to the Jets. As a Corey Davis fan, I'd love it if he went to the Jets. But I don't know, man. He did this last year, and then he played. I mean, I don't know if he's –
Wait, Tyler. He did this last year, and then he won an MVP.
Yeah, I'm not – I mean, he didn't quite say that he'll never play for this team again like he did today. But, I mean, if Green Bay – I know that it's not apples to apples – didn't pay attention to the Deshaun Watson. Granted, there's outside circumstances, but get it done.
Get it done. Listen, unfortunately for me, the Bears are in the same division. Clearly, they won't trade. They probably shouldn't trade in the same conference. I'm not going to lie. But, you know, it's got to be somebody in the AFC that would be willing to pony up. And the question is, what price would you pay for Aaron Rodgers that you wouldn't pay to move up to, let's say, the Falcons pick at number 4? What would that price have to be? Multiple first-round picks, 2 or 3, right?
Yeah, I was talking to my brother on the way home, and I legitimately said, I don't even understand what you asked for. I mean, I understand Rodgers is a bit older, but I don't even understand the price tag for a true NFL asset like that. I mean, does Jacksonville want Rodgers over Lawrence? I mean, would that be an option? I mean, Rodgers is older, but I mean, Tom Brady is, he's still the best quarterback in the league, and he's what, 58?
Yeah, Tom Brady's a good 3 decades older than Aaron Rodgers, so there's still time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Rodgers. Rodgers is no Tom Brady, but Rodgers has 4 elite years left. So,
yeah,
that's whereas crazy. Lawrence could have 15, or he could be an average quarterback. Who knows?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the route you take. You know, do the Jaguars think that they're an automatic contender with Aaron Rodgers on their team? Most likely, yes. No matter what team Aaron Rodgers is on, they're probably a contender. But does that pay off? Do you get 5 years out of Rodgers or 15 years out of Lawrence? So I think the Jags are staying put right here, man. Obviously, we enjoy the speculation, but Jacksonville is clearly going to take Lawrence here. If they don't, then I probably should quit fantasy football and following the NFL as a whole. You know, it seems like so. First off, they're 4 minutes into selecting their pick. It's pretty obvious that they should have been ready to submit their pick within 1 second.
It's semantics, man. It's all the gamesmanship, even within the draft. I will say Trevor Lawrence looking pretty epic. Dude's just like, it just looks Hollywood. The part. You know, I mean,
do you think he should cut his hair or not? I think he should let it ride.
Brendan, you're talking to a dude that played college hockey. Do I think he should cut his flow? Absolutely not.
No way. Dude, the lettuce is more important than the skill. We all know that.
Yeah, it's all about the flow. The salad bar's open, you know, let it go.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, yeah, you know, while we're waiting for the first pick to come in for the 2021 draft, you know, we were talking, why is Jarvis Landry on stage? Like, I get it. It's Cleveland, but he does not offer anything.
I mean, he's your guy.
NFL draft. I mean, he's a good wide receiver. He's not necessarily the greatest, but it's weird, dude.
Very good wide receiver. I think Landry's super underrated for where he's played, who he's played with. I actually really like Jarvis Landry, but he's also a guy in fantasy I'd trade for him for the right price. He's just not a guy that you're like, oh, I'm going to go get Landry. I mean, I know last year my brother traded for him, was pretty pumped, and it looked like a really good kind of buy low, but he's just kind of hit or miss. You know, he used to have a much more solid floor than he does. I think some of that is the diva effect of Beckham always demanding the ball and pretending that he's the same player he was 4 years ago. But I think on the right team, the right system, man, Landry could be great. I just don't think that's Cleveland. You know, there's a couple assets on there. I think Njoku could still be really good, but it's not in Cleveland, you know?
Sure. I mean, how much of that's due to Baker Mayfield too?
I mean, he had a really bad second year, great rookie year, great third year. So, you know, it's hard to say if he's going to be one of those guys that kind of goes up and down. I mean, I feel like Matt Ryan had that arc where he was fantastic, subpar, and just kind of had up and down years every other year. But we'll see, man. I think it's gamesmanship here, but I mean, really, this pick is still not in.
Dude, listen. Roger Goodell's like, wait to the last minute. We can get as much commercial money, as many ads in as possible.
I mean, like you and I discussed on Tuesday, I mean, the draft really starts at pick 3. I mean, this is all just, you know, because they're going to take Lawrence, and then Devonta Smith's going to go 2.
Yeah, then, Devonta Smith. Yeah, Jalen Waddle will go 3.
Yeah.
Any other Alabama receivers on there that could go 4? Huh?
They're probably going to trade 4th pick for Cam Sims. So you got to lock him up.
That's crazy, bro. Cam Sims. Wait. Cam Sims went to Alabama?
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know that. So yeah, hold on.
He was hurt a lot of his college career. Probably could have been a much more highly touted wide receiver, but he was hurt a lot because his skill set's good.
Yeah.
Again, I think on the right team, Cam Sims is a different wideout too. I really do.
So who do you think out of recent years the best wide receiver to come out of Alabama is? Do you think Calvin Ridley?
I would say Calvin Ridley. I think Cooper's very close.
Sure.
Cooper just had that one really down year in at the time Oakland, but man, Cooper's also always had to be the guy, you know. Ridley's had Julio Jones next to him, which has really helped, but a lot of injuries last year to Jones, and Ridley shined, you know. Ridley was
good.
It's amazing how similar all the wide receivers from Alabama are. They're all fantastic route runners. They're all just solid players. We'll see with Ruggs. I think writing Ruggs off already is a little bit risky, you know, but
I don't see Ruggs. I don't see it anymore. I feel like with that type of player, you either show it your first year or you don't have it. I don't know why. I'm just not feeling. Bryan Edwards is the way to go for sure on the Raiders, unless they draft a wide receiver, which I can't see yet since they took 2 last year.
No, I agree. I think Ruggs is a better football player than a fantasy asset because of what he does for the offense, what he does to open up for his other wideouts. But I would say Ridley's the best Alabama WR.
Of recent years,
man, because Cooper's really, really solid. Cooper's a great player.
I think Amari Cooper's a better overall talent at the wide receiver position. I think Calvin really just landed in odd to say better position, but with Matt Ryan, I mean, Matt Ryan's known to throw 4,000 or 5,000 yards a year. I mean, you know, obviously Amari Cooper didn't have that when he was on the Raiders per se, but it's crazy. Both are in ideal positions as long as CeeDee Lamb doesn't take away from Amari Cooper that much. But Tyler, while the pick is in, man, after like 8 long minutes of, wow, I wonder who's going to pay up for this first overall pick, or are we just going to take Trevor Lawrence?
Well, I wonder what they're going to do here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ridley's just so smooth, in my opinion. He's just – it doesn't even look like he's trying, you know?
Agreed. And he has monster games where he racks up like 200 yards.
Oh, he's a beast. I love Calvin Ridley, man.
Here we go. Roger Goodell. Wow.
He's probably my favorite player, to be completely honest.
Roger Goodell is, or Calvin Ridley?
Well, Goodell's up there, man. But no, Calvin Ridley is probably my favorite player, literally.
Oh, man. It's so funny because Roger Goodell gets booed all the time, and like he thinks it's a joke, but we're pretty serious about it, bro.
Oh, for sure.
Here we go.
Wow, they took TL.
Yep.
I'm shocked.
Why would you even go to that draft if you're from Jacksonville? Like, you clearly know what's going to happen. I mean, it's not like you get any excitement because they take Trevor Lawrence. You know what I mean? Like, I understand it's exciting to be there, but it's not like some wicked moves could happen.
For sure, man. I don't know if you play FIFA 21, the video game,
I
but
haven't.
that exact suit is an option you can make your manager on FIFA 21, man. That's a good looking Euro suit right there.
Nice, man. He's looking fresh, dude. The hair. Honestly, he's got to ride the hair out. There's no denying that.
That's his thing, you know? Like, who else had like Herbert wasn't the same after he cut his flow.
Herbert, first off, when he cut his
Okay.
hair, bro, he looked like he got made fun of in the locker room. Not gonna lie.
He looked a lot younger. He looked more like a kid, you know? He looked
Oh
very
man,
young, but, his hair was great.
it's crazy. So, all right, hey, let's talk about Trevor Lawrence real quick. So, I mean, clearly he'll make an impact, but where do you see the Jaguars now in terms of ranking? I mean, obviously depending on the draft, who else they bring in, but upgrading your quarterback to Trevor Lawrence is phenomenal.
I think they have a very underrated wide receiver core. I mean, I'm a very, very big truther for Colin Johnson, but you've got Colin Johnson, huge, big. He's literally the biggest receiver in the NFL.
Mhm.
Laviska Shenault, crazy skill set, totally unique player, and then DJ Chark, who has the
Showed
chops
out.
to be a WR1. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I don't think they're going to do a ton, but I think they're going to be a much better team. I think their offense is going to be sneaky good. We'll see if they add ATN. I read an article today that one of the experts said 4 out of their 5 first picks, Jacksonville will be offensive players because they want to
Wow.
surround Lawrence with as much talent as possible. So I could see an ATN, a Harris potentially.
I think that'd be a mistake.
I do
think
too.
that'd be a mistake. I don't know.
You and I are on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, dude. First off, I'd be kind of upset if Harris goes there because I have the 101 I have the 101 in the super flex league and I have the 101 in a one QB league. But I think taking a running back would be a big mistake for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I don't think
I could see him taking one more top receiver. I mean, not to hate on your boy Colin Johnson or Laviska Shenault or DJ Chark, but you know, I mean, the receiving core is good. The running back is great in my opinion.
Absolutely.
James Robinson has to at least have another good year before things really get sketchy. And you know what? The top running backs never go early in the first anymore. Last time that happened was like McCaffrey and Ezekiel Elliott, Leonard Fournette. That won't happen anymore.
Went too.
Okay, all right, sorry. Honestly, he's a generational talent. I guess you disproved my point at tab, but my point is like it seems like the trend now is top running backs will go late first into the early mid second. So
agreed, Brendan. And I think your point is made with the Barkley pick. I don't think the Giants should have gone Barkley. They have not improved at all since Barkley. I mean, he sells a lot of tickets. He sells a ton of shirts. And, hey, sometimes that's more important. But they haven't improved at all with Saquon Barkley.
Agreed. And he's generational talent. But, you know, I think they should load up on offensive talent. And I think the Jaguars could be pretty good. I'm not saying necessarily playoff contending, but I can't see them having a top 10 pick this upcoming draft in 2022. So who do you think? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Plus, they brought in your boy to try out at tight end. So
Tim Tebow, baby, let's get it.
I mean,
they must have no faith in Josh Oliver or O'Shaughnessy, so we'll see.
Yeah, Oliver can't stay on the field. He was a pretty intriguing late-round prospect. And kind of looping back to something you said, Brendan, if the Jacksonville Jaguars take Harris or ATN is the best thing for you because then you can take Chase.
Then I get to take Chase. You're right. You're right, even though I'm very running back needy in multiple leagues. So
you got to go Chase, man.
I hear you. Talent-wise, for sure. So let me ask you this then while we're waiting for the Jets pick to come in. Well, first off, I'm predicting, obviously, Wilson. I think Wilson's going to be the pick here. But who benefits the most out of the wide receiver corps in Jacksonville here with Trevor Lawrence under the gun?
I think it's going to be Shenault because I think he has a very unique skill set. He can play inside. He can play outside. He can play he can play running back. I think Shenault will be unlocked a little bit this year. Chark and Johnson are kind of similar in the sense that they're both, you know, Johnson's bigger, but Chark's not a small guy. They're both outside guys. They're both quick, but not Chark's pretty quick. Johnson's not as fast. I think Shenault will honestly make the biggest jump. I'm not saying he leads the team or anything, but Chark already made his jump. So I think the
Sure.
biggest jump will be
Chenault looked pretty good in his rookie year.
Yeah, he did, man.
What was he, a late second round pick in a lot of leagues?
Totally. And when you're used to playing at altitude in Colorado and you go to sea level, man, you just turn into a beast, you know? He's used to breathing at 5280.
That's crazy. So that's wild. So, I mean, okay, real quick, while we're looking to wait for the Jets, what's the biggest difference between the Jets wide receiver core now with Corey Davis and Jacksonville's? You think Corey Davis is going to be the guy if he gets a good QB?
I think Corey Davis could easily put up 1,000+ yards and, 7-8 touchdowns. He had what, 988, I want to say, last year, 988.
You know what, though? Tennessee had a really potent offense, though.
Yeah, and he had Brown on the other side. He certainly doesn't have that in who is their second wide? Is it Crowder?
Crowder? I think it's Crowder.
So I think he can benefit from a good quarterback. And Davis is unique that he can play all over the field too. I mean, he got picked 5th overall. You don't get picked 5th overall without being a legitimate talent, And I think he was stunted for years in Tennessee before Tannehill got there because their court Mariota's terrible. Awful.
Yeah. You know what, though? It sucks because I thought he was going to be pretty good with his rushing abilities. He was pretty cool out of Oregon. It's kind of a bummer it didn't work out.
He was great his first and second year, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know if you were playing Dynasty his second year, but he vaulted into a top 3 quarterback in Dynasty.
Wow. I was not at the time. Tyler, here we go.
No surprise there.
Boom. I think your stream's a little bit ahead of mine. You guys must have that high altitude Colorado signal,
Yeah, we get the signal quicker because of the mountains.
There you go. Yeah, no surprise there. I like it. Zach Wilson. So first off, the idea was that Justin Fields was the number 2 QB behind Lawrence. So just out of nowhere, he kind of started plummeting down the QB ranks in the draft board. It's weird. And something you have to look out for is like, it's almost good that he's deemed a little bit worse of a prospect in terms of NFL's organization's eyes in a sense, because let's say NFL's rank him as the 5th best quarterback. That means he's going to get drafted to arguably a way better organization because he's not going in the top picks to these teams that, they earn the top pick. So I don't know, man. Obviously, this is no surprise here. We knew it was going to happen. The real question is San Francisco going to take Lance? Are they going to take Fields? I don't know, man.
I think they go Lance.
You think they go? You think they go Lance over Jones?
A lot of talk about Jones, but Lance has it's not a knock on Jones. They already have Jones, and his name's Jimmy Garoppolo. Why not bring in, with the offensive mind that Shanahan has, a very unique prospect like a Lamar Jackson type?
Sure. Well,
they already have Mac Jones,
Exactly. Well, they're going to trade him. So, well, let's see. I mean, obviously, San Fran made a big trade to get to this draft position. They can make a trade right now and trade Jimmy G.
They could. It'd be crazy if they didn't go quarterback and just shook it all up because they don't need a wideout. They've got Debo and Ayuk. They've got Kittle. I could see him adding Pitts, honestly, to just a matchup nightmare with Kittle and Pitts.
So I think that would be, again, everybody knows our take on Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, he's the 1-1.
NFL wise, I get it. Could be a stud. Fantasy wise, sketchy. Don't do it. Obviously, don't take him. But you're right. That would be insane. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, is Penei Sewell a generational talent on the offensive line? I mean, is he worth trading up for? Probably not. I mean, the guy's going to be a stud most likely, but who else? Do you trade up to get Jamar Chase? Is he really that much better than Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle? I don't know. If you move up this early in modern draft era, you pick a quarterback. I think it's going to be QB, Tyler. If not, I would be shocked.
I think it'll be a QB too. It's really a shame, obviously, for many reasons with COVID, but the fact that we didn't get a full or a season from Jamar Chase to see how he compared to Smith's season would have been Would have been really fun. Also,
Jamar
with
Chase would have been crazy.
Waddle breaking his ankle so early was disappointing as well. You know,
Sure.
you kind of lost two of the top wideouts in college football this year, essentially.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at Zach Wilson's stats, and he just absolutely shredded this year.
He was really, really good.
My God, 74% completion rate. I mean,
look at his crew there. It looks like a Swedish hockey family more than a football family.
Hey, man, they're all headed to New York. Let's go. New York's all right. It's not as good as Chicago. Everybody in New York, you can bow down to us. Chicago's way better of a city. I'm just saying.
You like Chicago more than New York?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Not even being biased, bro. Our architecture is way better. Our buildings are built more comprehensively. You know what's crazy about New York? I've been to New York a few times. I don't mean to bash it, but they don't even have alleys for trash, bro. They just put their trash outside their buildings. And it's just like, bro, I don't want to be whiffing that when I'm walking by. Chicago, we've got alleys. Just keep that in mind, everybody, all right?
Well, it's nice that you guys have alleys because I'm trying to think what we have in Colorado is zero parking anywhere. That's what we have in Colorado. So
you just got to park on the grass, bro. Park on the snow.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the best parking lot in Colorado is actually I-70 West. So
what is that? An expressway, a highway?
It leads into the mountains, so it's pretty much just gridlock.
Nice, dude.
Every weekend.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
You gotta love it, man. Don't let the images fool you on Google.
Tyler, all right, real quick. All right. So you think Trey Lance is the pick here?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Fields throws a huge wrench, but no, I think it's.
I think Fields could be in contention here. I mean, clearly all these organizations are throwing up smoke, but it seemed like originally they moved up to pick Lance, which seemed kind of odd. But moving up to pick Mac Jones seems even more odd. Mac Jones will probably be there a few picks later. So,
I mean, he does go to the factory. He went to the factory, but
exactly. So, I have a big question here. There's a lot of bets circling. Who will be the first non-quarterback off the board? Is that going to be Kyle Pitts, or do you think it's going to be Penei Sewell, or is it going to be somebody else?
I think amazingly it's going to be Pitts. I think Atlanta truly is going to take Pitts.
Wow, bro. It's just like they have a few more years. They have a few more years with Ryan. I totally get it. Is Pitts the franchise player? If you're here right now at I know we're at number 3, but if you're at number 4 with the Falcons, that's a very early pick for a pretty decent organization. They probably won't be there again in the future, the next couple years. Who is that player that will carry you as the franchise player? If they think it's Pitts, it's obviously going to be Pitts. Do you play it safe? Grab maybe generational offensive lineman? I don't know, Tyler. Pitts. I've been hearing more and more about Pitts though to the Falcons.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's all smoke as well. If you're going to take Pitts, why trade Julio Jones? Make your offense as good as it can possibly be while Ryan still has a few years. So that's what's throwing me off. Again, that could be smoked. Why would you trade Julio Jones? Dude, they literally reinvented your franchise. Quite literally.
Tyler, now the more I'm thinking about it, I think that they're going to move out of the pick.
They might.
I think that it's either Kyle Pitts or they move out. I bet you they trade out, and I bet you a team like, I can't say Denver. I think Denver is probably going to roll with Teddy. I hope so, since I just traded for him today. I can't see the Lions because they just got Jared Goff. I could see the Patriots moving up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, it depends what happens here. This is where the draft really starts with the 49ers.
Yeah. And going back to your trade, that was a no-brainer. Murphy XM, I really like that guy. I like his takes on DFL or DLF, and even he gave you the nice trade. And sometimes it's pretty harsh, man. So
good, yeah. So everybody,
that was a no-brainer.
Yeah, I traded a 2020 second, third round pick and a 2020 third round pick plus like a 4th and 5th for Teddy Bridgewater. And I just won the championship this year. My team's probably pretty good for next year, so it's probably a late third. So it was a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to risk it. I mean, risk it. All I need is a rental. My quarterbacks are Lamar Jackson and Tom Brady, and then Phillip Rivers, who's clearly retired. So to get a potential starting quarterback for 2 third-round picks, it's worth the risk no matter what. Not even trading my 2021 third, you know?
Yeah, you could argue making that trade in a 1 QB if you were desperate. I'm not
Agreed.
to mention SF. Here we go with the pick.
Here we go, Tyler. Keep it shut for a second because you're like 2 seconds ahead of us. There you go. Saw it coming.
Yeah, I figured it'd be Lance. The kid's
Saw it
special.
coming.
He's too athletic. You don't trade up for Mac Jones. No offense to Mac Jones. You don't trade up for Mac Jones.
So, okay. So, I mean, basically what we predicted has been happening. So it's really, I mean, obviously, in my opinion, the draft starts now since the 49ers were a little bit up in the air. They were leaning Trey Lance. There was really no argument about that. It's just a matter of who they were going to take. And now, I hate to say it again, but now the official draft starts with the Falcons. Did they trade out? Did they trade out so another team could draft Mac Jones or Justin Fields? Or do they take Kyle Pitts? I don't know, man.
Personally, I'd go with Smith, and you lock up 3 Alabama wide receivers. Your offense would be unstoppable. You'd have Ridley, Jones, and Smith.
Tyler, that is inspirational.
Go trade for O.J. Howard.
That is
tight end out of Alabama.
Inspirational, bro.
Roll Tide, baby.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's see.
I think it fits, though.
So, okay. So, well, let me ask you this then. When do you think the first trade back will happen?
Man, that's a tough call because like we've talked about, you got Cincinnati coming up. They got to take an offensive lineman. You don't trade back. Miami needs to surround Tua with more talent.
They're taking a wide receiver, bro. Honestly, I think Miami takes Jamar Chase if Cincinnati doesn't.
Agreed. And then who's after that? Who's 7?
7, we got the Lions, which there's arguments around taking another receiver, which I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Lions could be a prime, exactly a prime a franchise to trade back. You got the Panthers who, you have Darnold so cheap. You're probably going to end up where you're at next year. I don't think you take a QB there.
Nah, rolling for a year. Denver's a terribly run organization, so they might trade back.
So okay, so all right, so let's look at this then. So Falcons take Pitts, Bengals take either Penei Sewell, which is hopefully the right pick, or Jamar Chase. Dolphins will take Jamar Chase if Bengals don't. So then you have the Lions, the Panthers, and the Broncos. Okay, you have basically 2 quarterbacks left in Justin Fields and Mac Jones in the top tier. I could see the Patriots moving up. I could also low-key, I could see the Bears moving up into that position. I can, man. I can. So it really depends on if any of these franchises, in terms of the Lions, the Panthers, and the Broncos, take quarterback. So
absolutely, man. Did you just see the best available from Mel Kiper?
Well, I didn't see it. Who was it?
Number 1 was Pitts, then Jamar Chase, then Smith, then Waddle. That's insane. That's crazy, man. I mean, usually it's all tackles and edge rushers.
Listen, they're gonna go Pitts if they don't trade back. They're gonna go Pitts.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe a tight end's gonna go this high.
It'd be pretty wild if it actually happens.
I'm about to hit up Dynasty League Football, see what's going on. For everybody listening, go to dynastyleaguefootball.com. Hit us up. I'm McCaffsteys. Tyler is Gator Sends. So many good posts. There's general league discussions, which you could talk about the NFL, the drafts. You could talk about any player individually, player comparisons. You could start forums based on trade advice that you need. It's so sick.
Yeah, it's a great resource, super fun. You meet some really cool people on there. It gives you a different take than your own, gives you a different take than people in your league, which is helpful. Really shows the difference league to league on value, which is crazy.
And that's big. That's big. The league to league value is different.
Oh, it's huge. It's totally different.
San Francisco just punked everybody. Yeah, that's what was some comments. Lance and it says super flex. Lance in San Francisco, interesting. I don't find it that interesting. Lance's upside is huge.
How about that hat, man? It looks like an Old English logo. San Francisco with the design there.
Dude, did you see I forgot who it was. I want to say I forgot who, maybe the Bengals. Somebody redid their jerseys and it looks almost exactly the same, bro.
They always do, man.
It's like, yo, sick new jersey design. And it's like they took away a logo and put it somewhere else and then added a stripe.
If the NFL really wants to switch it up, they got to go European soccer style where literally your colors don't mean anything because your jersey next year is like fluorescent yellow, even though your colors are red and white. You know, if you really want to throw a mix.
I remember when the Seahawks used to rock those fluorescent jerseys.
Those were awesome.
That was crazy. They were blinding people who were watching the game through the damn TVs, man. It was crazy.
When I lived with my brother post college for a little bit, we used to do Madden drafts and do like a season where he was a team in a division, I was a team. So I
love doing that, dude. The franchise.
Yeah, and Seattle was a hot team to beat because of their jerseys. I mean, you just pick by the jerseys because we did a fantasy draft. So
yeah, bro. All right, the Madden franchise drafts were so much fun. I'm not gonna lie, that was the best thing because eventually you would get so good and you would simulate a lot. You knew which players, like whose overall rankings would just skyrocket. You know, I remember like 4 years ago, you'd pick Juju Smith-Schuster, who was ranked like a 70 overall. He was like the 100th ranked wide receiver, and you take him in like the last round, and he would just skyrocket, dude. It was crazy.
What's unreal is my brother and I we played as one guy the whole season on defense. And I legitimately won the MVP of the league with a Dayless Thomas, baby.
Did you ever
solid outside linebacker?
Did you ever do those modes where you'd be the running back and you'd only play like my superstar mode or whatever? You'd only play on the running plays and they just pitch it to the outside every time. And you just score a tutty, bro. It's crazy.
You just go.
I remember seeing like how much I could boost my stats. I'll put it on rookie mode and I would just throw for like 20 touchdowns a game. It was insane. It was insane. Like 2,000 throwing yards a game.
You got to bump that difficulty up. Hey, this pick's in. I won't say anything.
Here we go. It's Kyle Pitts. They clearly didn't trade, so it's Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, no.
They're taking Pitts. There's no other move here. Don't say anything, Tyler. Keep that emotion to yourself. Knew it.
Yikes.
All right.
Yikes.
That's ideal for him, bro.
Of the night so far, man.
That's ideal for Pitts, bro. Honestly, it's ideal. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Honestly, so
it's huge, man.
Clearly, our whole argument about not taking a tight end this early is if you look at the history in terms of fantasy football, taking a tight end with a premium first round pick never pans out because these tight ends take 3+ years to fully develop. So I'm not going to lie, this is the most ideal place for Kyle Pitts to land. There's really no arguing that. But the issue is some of these people are on, for example, all these forum pages are considering taking Kyle Pitts at the 101 over those running backs or Jamar Chase's, Devontae Smith. And in a lot of leagues, there's running back scarcity. And there's a couple of running backs in this draft who are going to probably start right away and make an immediate impact. So I don't know. Kyle Pitts, it's the best landing spot for him, Tyler. There's no arguing that. I still would not take him over Najee Harris, Jamar Chase, ETN, probably Devontae Smith, and then depending on where the other receivers fall. I'm not going to lie. Going to the Falcons, it helps me understand why you take Pitts earlier, but still is a no-go for me.
Brendan, I would honestly, if the best available player on the clock, depending on your build, I'm just talking about my team personally and how many times I've been burned by tight ends, I would trade out before I would take him. I probably wouldn't even take Pitts at the 110, the 111, I just wouldn't do it. And it's nothing against Pitts. Pitts could be an amazing player, but like we said, most tight ends, they don't matter in fantasy. There's 3 guys that matter. Even Andrews, who's good, doesn't matter week to week. Zach Ertz doesn't matter anymore week to week. There's 3 guys, And even Kittle was pretty inconsistent last year when you get right down to it.
So
Waller and Kelsey were the only 2 that you could pretty much count on double digits every week.
It's one of those things as well. The whole discussion is, if you go back and look at all the statistics, Tyler, Kelsey, Waller, Andrews, none of these guys were really a top 30th ranked rookie within their respective draft class. So all of these superstar tight ends, obviously excluding Hawkinson and Fant and maybe Ingram, who maybe still has a shot. All those guys were necessarily first, second round picks. All the top tight ends in the league currently for fantasy football purposes could have been drafted in the third round or worse. Okay. It's not logically correct based on history to take Kyle Pitts. So I don't know. I mean, Tyler, what would it take for you to trade for Kyle Pitts? Or, I mean, you could probably, let's say somebody drafts him at the 103. When he doesn't hit this year, you could probably get him for a second round pick next year. Possibly, 2 seconds.
Yeah. A lot of owners, I'm not going to say all, but a lot of owners, we talked about it all year. You don't trade rookies after their first or second, even third year. Give them time. But yeah, a lot of people will, if he doesn't hit right away, will be disappointed. And, you know, a tight end, you got to give a lot of time. And I hope for Pitts, man. I hope he hits. I mean, I like the kid a lot.
He's athletic. He's really good. Unless
I like him.
They have to use him in the slot and as a wide receiver. Tyler, real quick, I just looked it up. If my research is correct, Kyle Pitts is the earliest tight end ever drafted in NFL history at number 4 overall.
Since 1960.
Since 1970. Well, I got 1972 at pick 5.
Yeah, it's Falcons.
It's a while ago.
Highest drafted tight end since 1960.
Geez, that's crazy, bro. I mean, taking a tight end just seems so risky. I mean, unless they have superstar blocking abilities, which I get, and I understand where you can do outside pitches and screen passes. Like if you're picking a guy based on receiving capabilities at the tight end spot, it just doesn't seem logical. I don't know, man. Where do you think he finishes? Where does Kyle Pitts finish in the 2021 season amongst tight ends? Does he have a chance to finish top 5?
I don't think he has a chance to finish top 5. I think he has a chance to finish top 10, but you and I talk about it all the time. What does that really mean? That's a WR50.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're not a top 3, I mean, even Hawkinson, I think last year was the tight end 4, and his stats weren't that great, man.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. Your predictions of tight end rankings this year, in this order, at least these are mine. So you have Kelsey as 1. You have Waller or Kittle at 2 and 3. Who do you have at 4? You have Hawkinson. You have Andrews. Goddard. Fant.
Andrews. I would have Andrews at 4. Yeah.
You have Andrews at 4. Who do you have at 5 then?
5, I would probably lean like Hawkinson.
Okay, so Hawkinson. Then you have 6, 7, 8. You probably got
Goddard's in there somewhere, probably.
Okay, Goddard, Mike Gesicki, Irv Smith,
Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry.
Jonnu. So I mean, amongst the tight end group, and I mean, I don't want to say it's not competitive because even the competitive tight ends don't score that much. I mean, Kyle Pitts would have to jump up a pretty competitive group of tight ends to even be fantasy worthy in this first year. So if you're expecting Kyle Pitts to have an immediate impact, you're wrong. You're wrong. And Tyler, that could be the first statement that we say, the first statement that we're ever wrong on is Kyle Pitts could be an absolute baller, but I don't know, man.
Well, and if Jones doesn't go anywhere, Ridley and Jones are going to get a ton of targets. You know, it might even be a product of not getting as many targets. I remember last year, I'm not comparing them as assets, but Hayden Hurst looked like he landed in an ideal spot going to Atlanta. And
exactly
tight end 12, 13. Who knows?
He was a great kind of like sleeper pick. I mean, it was pretty obvious that the way the Falcons gave Austin Hooper so many targets that Hayden Hurst was on board to be pretty good, but he disappointed big time. So it's great you bring him up. What does that do to Hayden Hurst? I mean, is he still going to see the field? They're going to run 2 tight end sets? Are they going to push Pitts to the outside? I think Hayden Hurst is now valueless.
I think some of that's dependent on what they do with Jones. If Jones actually gets traded, maybe they do roll Pitts as a wide receiver like you've heard. He's definitely got the build, the speed, the potential to play wide receiver. But I don't know, man. That's just like like we joke about, we don't run NFL teams, but Atlanta's got a tremendous amount of holes, and you just took a tight end at 4. That's
They
crazy.
must feel he's generational talent because they have, besides running back. I mean, dude, what if they drafted a running? I don't know what picks they have, but imagine if they took a running back in the 2nd round. Oh my gosh.
That's
Do you
crazy.
believe who is the running back right now? Mike Davis?
Mike Davis, yeah.
Bro, if they don't draft a running back, Mike Davis stocks just freaking shoot up, bro.
Absolutely.
If the Falcons don't take a running back in round 1 or 2, I would buy Mike Davis in every league possible. Heck, if they don't take a running back clearly they can't in round 1, but if they don't take a running back in round 2, I would trade for Mike Davis as soon as possible and risk it that they don't take one in round 3. Seriously.
Sure.
Mike Davis would be a sleeper of a pick, bro. And you could get him for so cheap, probably a 3rd rounder.
Agreed, man. Well, the Bengals picks in. I think their pick came in the fastest. I mean, I don't know if you're on our group chat. It's blowing up, but man, you got it.
I don't have my phone on me. I'm going to grab it after this pick. What's up?
You got to go O-line here.
You think it's got to be Penei Sewell. If they match Jamar Chase with Burrow, I get it. It's cool, but they don't need him. They need Penei Sewell right here.
Higgins and Chase be a pretty exciting 1-2, but no, you got to get an offensive lineman.
If they take Chase here, I feel very upset for keeping Tyler Boyd. Let's see. Keep it to yourself, brother. Keep it to yourself. Fingers crossed. Penei Sewell is the right franchise move. Help all those Burrows owners. Come on.
I'm just going to keep a straight face.
Look into the camera, Tyler, right now. Don't even use the sound. Oh my God, no.
That is just
no.
I don't understand that.
Jamar Chase, bro, mistake. That is a mistake.
Yeah, I don't. Are you drafting a video game team or like what are you doing here?
Bro, Tyler Boyd or T. Higgins takes the hit here. Who do you think?
Oh, Boyd for sure.
Wow, it sucks because he was my main bench guy. I just took a big hit.
I think Higgins is helped by Chase, to be honest.
That's crazy. Let me grab my phone real quick. I bet you I'm getting shafted in one of my group chats. I don't like that pick, Tyler. I don't like that pick at all.
No, me either.
Hey, anything I missed in the chat, or can I scroll through this quickly? Anything crazy?
Yeah, not much. Just people chatting about it all.
Here we go. Yeah, a bunch of people saying terrible.
I guess I would say Smith goes to Miami now.
I think they'll take Smith. He's the next ready receiver.
Or Waddle. That's a terrible pick. I don't understand that.
It's a bad pick.
I mean, your franchise looked like David Carr back there because nobody can block for him, and he already snapped his ACL. Very interesting.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I texted my brothers, man. The mock drafts have been pretty accurate so far, which is correct. A lot of the mock drafts.
So far, man. First time ever. Usually the mock drafts are just awful.
So, all right. I mean, it's pretty evident Devontae Smith. Well, they're going to take their favorite receiver. And I mean,
Devontae Smith, one of the Alabama guys for sure.
Yeah, Devontae Smith seems like the best choice here, but clearly it's whatever wide receiver that Miami thinks fits their organization best, their schemes. And I think taking Waddle here ahead of Devontae Smith would be a huge, huge mistake. I also think that Miami was really hoping Chase went to drop to them. And you know what? Miami had to have reached out to Cincinnati if they heard that they were considering Chase. Do you think so or no?
Hard to say, man. Dolphins pick is already in, so that was.
Then they know their guy. I bet you it's Devontae Smith.
Yeah, because Smith's a lot faster than people think he is. Like he's super fast. So the speed thing of Waddle doesn't really help him here, in my opinion, because Smith is so fast.
Here we go. This is crazy. Drinking margaritas, baby. Got the tequila 1800 on deck. We got another batch ready to rock with the Tajin rim. Tyler, the goal is to be blacked out by the time the Bears pick. That could be in about like an hour and a half. So, one thing I got to say is I expected a trade up here. I expected a trade up into the Falcons pick. Now I think there could be a possible trade up in the next 2-3 picks. So,
well, I hope by the time there's a trade up, you don't remember it because you're blacked out. You got any Hennessy in the house?
Of course, bro. My lady and I were actually working on a bottle when we moved in.
Nice. Did you get some milk?
What's up?
You get the Hennessy and milk yet?
Now, honestly, we haven't gone grocery shopping except alcohol. I got alcohol, and we've also got a really sick air fryer. And there's these really good drumsticks, chicken drumsticks from Costco with Lowry seasoning. And if you perfect the cook time, bro, and get them crispy, it is the most unbelievable thing ever. And so we've just been cooking that. Nice. And home run and pizza, bro.
Nice.
You ever had home run and pizza? Fire.
Never heard of it.
Oh, bro. Home run and frozen pizza, you gotta try it. You gotta try it.
Yeah, I've never I don't think we have it here.
I'm sure Colorado's got some dang za.
Yeah, we got some good stuff here. We got blackjack. Look at all those delicious pizzas,
It's called Blackjack. That's the name of the brand.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like a delivery place.
Sure.
And Chauncey Billups in the early 2000s had the best commercial ever.
Chauncey Billups, man, guy's a legend. Hey, did you just see that the Dolphins have 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and then next year they have a first and 2 seconds? Like the Dolphins killed this offseason, bro. They absolutely killed this offseason. Let's see what they do. I predict Devontae Smith.
I think it's Smith too. I think he ate it, man. Well, Steph just gave the dogs some like rawhides, and either Ash hid his or ate it in like literally a minute, which is very.
Sucked it down.
Yeah, Fox is still barely even into her first couple bites here, but if Ash swallowed that, that's going to hurt coming out.
Dude, that's one thing is like dogs either like to be aggressive and eat it before any other dog has the chance to, or they hide it. And like, I don't know which way is smarter because like, I guess it's smarter to save it for later, but then you miss out in the now. Here we go, Tyler. You ready?
Here we go. I won't say anything. Whoa.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't know. I don't like what that does in our dynasty league.
I don't like it. That's going to push Waddle up, which is good for me. I don't like it, bro.
If Steph's looking for a stack, I'm going to have to open the wallet to try.
Oh, shoot. I forgot Steph's
got 2 of them, man.
Steph is hearing a live action of our opinions, bro. I mean, she obviously knows yours, but now she's hearing the live action of my opinions, which is like, first off, I'm pissed that she wouldn't trade Jonathan Taylor. So I'm kind of like, hey, that kind of sucks. But now she's hearing my live thoughts, bro. I don't like
Taylor's not going anywhere.
I don't like it.
Thanks, man.
My brother's saying he thinks Waddle is better than Smith. He thinks Smith's going to be a bust.
There's a few people that kind of think that. I'm going to eat on camera. Is that like okay?
Yeah, brother, you do what you got to do. It's a free world in Halfback Dynasty.
Wow. I'm already very nervous. I'm not going to be able to get my 2 guys, even with all the assets I have to trade.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Hey, I just put in the group chat. Waddle is such a beast. Hope he falls to me.
Man.
It's all right. Well, when did we decide? When is our league's draft? Do we know?
What's that?
When is our rookie draft?
I want to say Sunday the 23rd. I think that's the 23rd.
Okay, this episode's gonna be long out to where they know. I'm just joking about Waddle. Dang it! Smoke screen. Smoke screen's gonna fail, Tyler. I'm gonna be honest. We all know I'm going for Trevor Lawrence at the 110. I mean, I got Teddy Bridgewater and Kirk Cousins and Drew Lock. So assuming the Broncos don't take a quarterback here, the next couple picks, then I'm probably okay. But dude, Trevor Lawrence would be such a great pick for me. I think. I mean, I'm not for taking a quarterback that early in a draft, but it's the right move, is it not?
Oh yeah,
it's the right move.
Absolutely. But Brendan, I'm just going to point out again that organizationally and how they're run, Denver is a terrible franchise. So they won't make a pick that makes sense. They'll probably draft another wideout, you know?
Hey, welcome to Chicago, baby.
They'll probably draft Smith.
You know what, though? I mean, I wouldn't be upset with that. It's just Cortland Sutton stocks. I mean, or Jerry Jeudy. Do they not have faith in Jeudy anymore?
If they take Smith, it gives me a better chance to trade for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid to roll out two Alabama wideouts on Denver with a horrible quarterback. Well,
no, I think Teddy Bridgewater is going to be the quarterback. Look at it this way.
He's definitely going.
Okay, so they're at pick. They're what? They got pick 9. Okay, they're at pick 9. Realistically, it won't be that hard for them to finish at pick 9 next year. It really won't, even with Teddy Bridgewater under the gun. Why don't you use this premium pick, grab somebody who could help you in the next couple of years, and then I'm sure you'll be able to get a quarterback next year. You know what I mean? It just builds. Don't rush into a quarterback. Look what happened to the Jets. Look what happened to the Browns were able to build around Mayfield and just get a stacked offense, yet they're still underwhelming. I'm not going to lie. You know,
in reality, I still think Denver takes the linebacker from Penn State, honestly.
That would be good. Pair him up with Bradley Chubb. That'd be sick. Bradley Chubb's a beast, bro.
Hey there.
Oh, snap. Look at that. Was that delivered? There's no way that was delivered.
No, Steph picked it up.
Wow. I love it. Margaritas, baby. Margaritas on a Thursday night. Let's go. You know what they call Thursdays? Thirsty Thursdays.
Maybe I'll just let Steph sub in for the rest of the cast.
Yeah, well, I can guarantee you if Steph stepped on screen, it would be a complete negotiation for about 3 hours of how I could get Jonathan Taylor. That's literally all this conversation would be. And you know what? I'm pretty sure I can't recall. I'm pretty sure I offered Christian McCaffrey straight up for JT. I can't remember if I did or didn't. If I didn't,
I think you did.
If I didn't, he's on the table for that. And you know, as the days go on, I respect that you're not going to trade JT for McCaffrey. I mean, like I like it. That's a good move for your end. It's crazy though.
I think you asked me if she would do CMC straight up, and I said don't even bother.
Well, there you go. The offer's out there. I would trade you Christian McCaffrey straight up for Jonathan Taylor. I'd probably just need like a 5th round pick on the way back.
You want her to add?
I probably want 5th just because ADP, you know, ADP has McCaffrey by about like 3 overall picks.
I think you could offer Steph CMC, the 112, your first next year, and Sutton. She'd say no.
Wait. Say that again. Let me make sure I heard you correct.
I'm not even going to break it down. I'm just going to tell you Steph doesn't trade. Period.
There you go. Good. You got to ride or die.
She's kept most.
Here we go.
Of the team
Hey,
together.
do the Lions take Sewell right here? What do they do?
They probably take Smith. They probably take Smith.
I don't know. That's a mistake, bro. That's a mistake. I don't think that the Lions are ready, bro. Dude, Penei Sewell is literally the safest option on the board right now, bro. Take Penei Sewell.
Agreed.
Take Penei Sewell. The guy's a freaking beast. Look at Quentin Nelson, bro. Quentin Nelson's been a safe lock for the Colts for 3 years.
Great player.
There you go.
There's the first good pick we've seen in a while.
Smart, bro. It's a smart move. Smart pick. I feel so bad for Penei Sewell. That sucks, bro. The difference between going to Detroit and Cincinnati, in my opinion, is big. I'd much rather go to Cincinnati.
I would have rather have gone to Miami.
Yeah, but they weren't going to do that. You know they were going to load up on a weapon, bro. You know they weren't. Yeah, if I'm Waddle right now, I'm excited. I'm ready to rock, bro. Miami, hopefully he's single, you know? Hopefully he's single. You think Waddle's single, bro? He could party in Miami?
Absolutely, he's single.
If not, he just broke up with his partner for sure, bro.
He might not be that kind of guy, man.
Good for him. He should be somebody that settles when he's ready. But yeah, you know, I don't know what's worse, Ohio or Michigan, but you know what? At least Detroit made the right call taking Sewell right there. Bro, have you seen his highlights? He just pancakes everybody out there. It's literally insane. So they're showing it right now. It's insane.
Yeah, his highlights are good. I mean, to be honest, if you wanted to live, if you were hoping to get picked by a team because you wanted to live there, I mean, everybody wants to come to Denver.
Tyler, I hate to break it to you, but weed is legalized in many other states other than Colorado nowadays. So
they don't have the mountains, man. They don't have the mountains.
You're right. They had the advantage of that high altitude in home games. So that is actually pretty important.
It really is. I mean, that's why the Nuggets were so good for so long, so they could just run people out of the building, you know? Well, the Lions got to be thrilled that they were able to get him.
I bet you they didn't think he was going to fall.
Well, he shouldn't have. I still can't get over the fact that Kyle Pitts won 4, a tight end at number 4.
It's an NFL record. It's draft day record.
That's wild.
So wait, real quick. I mean, I haven't been watching the TV, but, you know, the Panthers already only have 2 minutes left. Like, did they decrease the amount of time that they have for the first-round pick? Because I feel like the Panthers only had, like, 5 minutes, while everybody else had, like, 8 minutes. I don't know, though. Unless time's been flying.
Yeah, I know it decreases by round, but, yeah, it does seem like Carolina didn't get much time.
I just looked up, and they have 2 minutes left. I don't remember talking 5-6 minutes about Penei Sewell.
Agreed.
That's crazy, bro. I think it's the alcohol. I think it's the
there you
alcohol.
go. What's going to be devastating for me is when Smith goes to Carolina right here because I already have DJ Moore.
Yeah, I don't think he will. I mean, the only way that Carolina will take him is if they're trying to prove to see if Darnold is legit. You know, picking a weapon like him would be to prove if Darnold's their guy or not, pick up their 5th-year option. They just picked up DJ Moore's 5th-year option. I don't know. I can't see it, Tyler. I can't. I think they have other positions they need to fill. They'll probably go defense here, I'd imagine.
Maybe they take the kid from Penn State. Maybe he doesn't make it to Denver.
Yeah, and then listen. If Denver gets out of taking a quarterback, I mean, we have to see a trade up.
As much as I think Denver can't even remotely predict quarterbacks, if Justin Fields is available at 9 and they don't take him, it's a joke.
Yeah, listen, first off, I think Justin Fields is better than Mac Jones. I'll put that out there. I almost thought Justin Fields is better than Trey Lance. So I don't know.
You have to take him if you're Denver, if he's there, because you don't even have to rush him. You just traded for Bridgewater. Let Bridgewater play.
Agreed. Be the bridge quarterback. It was meant to be. You know, how long have we waited to say that about Teddy Bridgewater being the bridge QB? And you know what? If Denver does not take Justin Fields, somebody's gonna trade up at that 10th pick. Somebody has to, bro. You have to get Justin Fields.
Agreed.
Mac Jones, I guess, but I don't know. I'm getting worried about the Bears. I mean, what would they realistically give up? They'd give up either their 2nd and 3rd, or they'd give up next year's 1st. Who knows, man?
Based on some of the mocks, as far as I've seen Smith drop, Chicago might have a chance at Smith.
Yeah, I hope not, bro. I mean, that would be dope, but Andy Dalton clearly couldn't do anything with a way better receiving core with Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup and Dalton Schultz. It turned out to actually be pretty decent. It doesn't seem logical. It seems like that if Fields or if Mac Jones is there at pick 20, or if they don't trade up, they have to go quarterback, bro. I don't know.
no
They have,
question.
the needs are clearly quarterback, cornerback, and offensive line. So knowing the Bears, they won't take any of those spots.
Agreed. But selfishly, if Smith goes to Chicago, I mean, you could send me one of those fake T-shirt jerseys with Smith. That'd be awesome.
You know what, dude? How sick would that be, bro? So
Get the shirt?
Yeah, well, so listen. So what I've learned in terms of getting jerseys and shirts with NFL players is you got to get rookies, bro, or players in their second year of their rookie contract, because you have no idea when those players are either going to get traded, cut, or whatever. And so like for me, my next jersey is probably gonna be Justin Herbert. I'm not gonna lie. I got Nick Chubb, right? I got Nick Chubb like 2 years ago. Guess what? He's probably not gonna be on the Browns like after next year because his rookie contract's over. So that's the thing, bro. Always go for the rookies and risk it, or get the second year players.
For sure.
You got Judy, right? I think you got Judy.
Yeah, I've got 2 Judy shirts. Yeah.
Oh, bro, he better step it up for the sake of your freshness, bro, for your dopeness, for your drip, as the kids call it, bro.
I've got the greatest Judy shirt ever because it never happened. It's him shaking hands with Goodell like they had a live draft. So that one's pretty fun.
Hey, dude, it must be legit. Here we go.
Who?
Told you, bro. I told you. I knew they were going to go defense.
At least he doesn't have to go far. South Carolina. I'm surprised Surtain wasn't the first one off the board for corner.
Yeah. You know, so first off, this is the first defensive player off the board. This is the first defensive player off the board. I mean, that's pretty impressive. You know, my brother just texted me and made a great point. If Smith isn't taken for the Panthers pick, so, okay, if Smith is still here and the Eagles don't trade back, he sees him going at 12. First off, I see the Eagles for sure going wide receiver, bro.
Oh, agreed. Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. So if he's still here at 12, the Eagles will take him for sure at 12. I can't see New York. I could see New York taking a receiver low key, bro. I could see the Giants taking a receiver. I can't see the Broncos. I can't see the Cowboys. I know you think the Broncos might because their organization sucks, but I can see the Cowboys going defense. They need to go defense. Probably that linebacker that you've been mentioning. Who, linebacker out of Penn State?
Penn State, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see.
This
Tyler,
is one of the first times ever I truly think Denver should take a quarterback. Like, Justin Fields is special talent.
Every pick that goes by that Fields is still on the board, and even Mac Jones, it gives me confidence that the Bears will do the right thing and pick them.
Hey, man, we'll see.
This is a big pick. I feel like this pick derives a lot of the draft. Hey, I'm gonna refill my margarita and also grab a fruit roll up.
Ooh. You have any gushers?
I don't have gushers, bro. I'll show you. My girlfriend always keeps the snacks on deck, bro.
Nice.
We got a whole thing of chips and like a whole pack of chips, and I'll show you. She's got this candy jar here, and she knows I got the biggest sweet tooth. It sucks, bro. I'll show you real quick. Hold up. Look at this.
Oh, wow. Look at all those airheads.
Bro, this is bigger. This is bigger than my dome, bro. We got Sour Patch Kids, Airheads, Nerds Ropes. It's freaking crazy.
Oh, man, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, so hold up. I'm gonna refill the bar.
And they both ripped through those tonight. I don't know.
Tyler, we are back in business.
Nice.
Bro.
Nice.
Just in time for the Broncos to ruin their pick.
As is tradition.
Hey, man, we feeling good out here. We want those QBs to slip. Got the munchies. Got the fruit roll up. Tyler, what is your all-time favorite snack?
All-time favorite snack.
It's a tough question, isn't it?
Yeah, Gold Bears for sure. Hold on just a sec.
Gold Bears. What's a gold bear?
I was saving these for the podcast last week, and then we had to delay.
Oh, those are the gold bears. Gold bears fruit snacks. Low key, there might be some of those in that secret jar I got, bro.
Make sure and mail them out.
Dude, my girlfriend loves gummy bears. That's legit, bro. That's legit. You know, gummy bears are perfect. Perfect snack, perfect
They're
sugar
so
rush,
good.
just everything, dude.
They're so good.
Everything. Have you ever
right
had
now
the
I've got the chips and salsa, chili Riano plate, some Gold Bear.
fire?
I gotta
Fire.
find myself a beverage, you know.
Life is good, bro. Life is good.
You got the
But
dogs wrestling in the backyard.
You know what? Listen, life is good depending on what your team does right here. My brother's texting me right now, and that they're saying a lot of rumors that they take a quarterback here at pick 9, the Broncos.
Oh, I'm sure.
Did I just
mean-
wasting my picks?
I mean, Fields is a little bit different than most of the quarterbacks they reach for. I mean, Paxton Lynch, goodness. Where do you think that guy's working?
Did the Broncos draft Brock Osweiler, or was that Miami?
Oh, Denver, baby. We've drafted every bad quarterback you can think of the last 6 years. Paxton Lynch, Brock Osweiler, Tim Tebow, Drew Lock. I like the guy, but he's not good. He's decent.
Bro, he flashed though. You know what? Drew Lock brought.
I think
slight
he's
hope.
better than our offensive line sucks. Period. You can't be a good quarterback with a bad offensive line. I think Locke gets a bad rap. I really do.
What do you think happens to Melvin Gordon?
I think he plays one more year. I think he's a pretty solid buy low in fantasy this year. If you need an RB3 and you can give a second for him, I would. If you're a contender.
Do you think Melvin Gordon will finish ahead of James Conner on Arizona?
No, I think Connor will outrush Gordon. I think James Conner is going to be actually, if he can stay on the field, I think he's got a chance to be pretty solid.
Okay.
Picks in.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm looking at Todd's best available. He says Devontae Smith. He's got Justin Fields a bit. Listen, if Denver doesn't take a quarterback right here, I bet you the Bears land Jones or Fields. Look at all those quarterbacks, bro. Case Keenum, Joe Flacco, Paxton Lynch, Brock Osweiler, Brandon Allen, Brett Rippey, and Jeff Driscoll, bro. That's
Brett
garbage.
Rippon, baby. I forgot about the Brett. We had Guy last year. Blake Bortles. Jordals. We had him, man.
That is just straight doo-doo, bro. That's worse than the Bears, bro.
Well, let's
Look at
not get
that
carried
sack.
away, Brendan.
Hey, what you advertising right here? What is that?
Little bit of sparkling water
I love it, man.
made from goji berry.
Goji Bear. Never heard of it, but it sounds pretty epic.
This is the most Colorado beverage you can have that isn't a craft beer.
I drink a lot of crap beer tonight. Here we go. Hey, Tyler. I want to
Yes,
wish the
sir.
best of luck to you, your family, everybody in the league. I know this is a pretty deciding moment here for the organization and for the city of Denver, and I'm really rooting for you guys.
Well, you're going to hear my wife cuss if it's a quarterback, so she's definitely going to ruin the pick for you before it gets to you.
Wait, Steph wants a QB here or no?
No. Steph wants offensive line because that's what we need.
You know, I have Teddy now in 2 different leagues. I have him in our big league, and I just traded for him in another.
He's going to
So-
play.
No quarterback here, please.
Oh, okay. All right. I figured he'd be the first defensive player off the board.
I don't hate it.
Who they take? I didn't hear it.
Certain.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good,
He went
good.
to the factory. You know him and Judy are friends.
Dude, do you think anybody trades Rodgers? Or do you think anybody trades for him here?
No, I hope so, but I don't.
Bro, I bet
think
you
it
the
would've
Bears are going to
happened by
land
now.
Justin Fields. Hey, hot take. Bears are going to get Justin Fields.
Whew, that's a pretty far drop, man. Patrick Surtain's a big dude. For a corner, he looks like Richard Sherman, man. He's going to be a beast.
Good. It would be a mistake. It would be a mistake for them to take a quarterback. Guess what? My Teddy Bridgewater trade looks freaking unbelievable right now.
Absolutely.
Look, just look at this. Cowboys don't need a QB. Giants still believe in Daniel Jones. Eagles had Jalen Hurts. Unless the Eagles take a quarterback, which I don't think they do. It seems like they believe in Jalen Hurts.
Well, there's a couple happy Denver fans here, so
Good. I would say I didn't hear any F bombs in the background, so we're looking
that's
good.
pretty pleased. And then I'll show you the other happy fan. Asher Babes. There he
Wow,
is.
look at that cutie. He's like, where's another treat that I could scarf down and swallow before biting?
He is panting awfully hard, you know.
He's
The other
nervous,
one's
bro.
Outside doing who knows what. Probably something she's not supposed to.
Digging under the fence.
Oh,
Tyler,
I hope she's not digging.
Can I tell you something? Look, the fact that the Broncos didn't go quarterback. Look, Cowboys have Dak. Giants they still have Daniel Jones. Eagles I bet you they believe in Jalen Hurts. Chargers have Justin Herbert. Vikings still have Kirk Cousins. New England, I guess, could move up to one of these picks and take a quarterback. I hope not. But Cardinals has Kyler Murray. Vegas Raiders has Derek Carr. Dolphins are back up again with obviously they have Tua. Washington. If Washington takes a quarterback, there's only two teams I could see up here that would possibly take a quarterback, and that's the Patriots and Washington.
Agreed. Yeah,
So-
this is going to get pretty fun. Do you think Miami takes Harris?
I don't know. I could see it. Listen, I could see it, but I also think they could get a running back that could be. And I don't mean to knock Harris in any way, and I'm not trying to say I'm knocking him, but I could see them taking a running back like in the third round that could possibly help them just as much as Harris when they have Gaskin too. You know.
Yeah, because I think Williams will be a third round back.
There you go. I could see him take Williams. I don't know. It seems like running back isn't their most pressing need for this next upcoming pick.
Agreed.
If Harris went to Miami, he's the 101 overall, no doubt, in every single league. I would consider taking him over Mac Jones, bro. Or not Mac Jones, Zach Wilson in Superflex.
Yeah, I can see that.
I hope he goes to Miami. I can't see him taking him at like 19 though, or 18, whatever pick they have next.
I mean, this has kind of been a weird draft so far. With Dak?
Yeah, because they're dumb.
They might.
They don't care as long as it's a big name that'll just make them money.
This is crazy, Tyler.
It's pretty wild, man.
It's like I don't think there's as many like shocking picks. It's crazy that it seems like on par with what a lot of expectations were. However, I for sure thought that the Lions or the Panthers or the Broncos were going to take a quarterback. I for sure thought, or I thought there'd be a trade.
Yep.
There's been no trades into the top 10, which is weird, man.
Nothing yet.
Oh, they traded.
Oh, Cowboys just traded pick to Eagles.
Oh, there you go. They're not going quarterback, bro.
No,
Who
that's
do you
going to be
think they're
Smith.
going? Devontae?
Smith. Oh, yeah, Smith for sure.
What did they give up?
I don't think they've shown it yet. I like that pick for Denver. That kid's a beast, man. They literally didn't even throw to his side of the field in college. He's that good.
That's
Literally
good.
didn't even look at him.
And when they did, he picked
His dad was good too. His dad was really good.
pretty good selection.
Philadelphia. I really can't get over the Kyle Pitts pick. I really can't.
I can't get over that Jalen Waddle pick.
Huh.
If Eagles go Smith here, I choose Smith. I think it goes for me, Harris, Chase, Etienne, Smith. They're gonna go Smith here, bro. Who else? Why would you trade up?
Oh, I think they're definitely going Smith. There's my boy right there. Look at that DS on his lapel there. Wearing the brooch.
Suzanne had
Must be an
What did they trade? Why haven't they told us what they traded yet?
They probably don't know. Jerry Jones is probably hammered and he doesn't even know.
nobody was.
He's like, yeah, I'll trade you CD Lamb.
Yeah,
and
nobody
you can
was in
also
the
move
room.
up.
They were all taking shots and we're like, screw it, trade it to Philly.
I'll be pissed if they traded CD Lamb.
Bro, what if they take a quarterback here? What if they take Justin Fields? That'd be absolutely bonkers, bro.
No, you got to give Hurts a year.
I wonder
He only had like 50% completion percentage, bro. It was bad. He was really bad in the air.
Yeah, he was, but a great runner. I mean, you got to give him time. Look at how bad Jackson was throwing the ball. You know, I'm not saying Hurts is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's a
Yeah,
different
but Jackson
kinda-
was a way better runner, though. He was way more effective on the ground than Hurts was his first year.
He can run though. Yeah, he played well.
I don't think
like-
they
I like
look. They're showing Justin Fields right now. They didn't call him.
That's the dude they're showing now is Micah Parsons or whatever. I think that's the linebacker from Penn State. Yep, there he is. Oh, he opted out. I didn't realize he opted out.
that kid is a doing it.
Yeah. That kid looks like a stud linebacker. I'm not going to lie.
That is a giant human.
He looks like Raekwon Smith.
Bro, Roquan's a beast, dog.
He was unreal.
The only good first round pick the Bears have had in years.
Yeah, he was a beast at Georgia. He really was. He was so good. This sparkling water has 5% juice, and it's pretty good, Brendan.
The 5%
Make a
juice will
heck of
really,
a mixed cocktail with one of those.
bro. The 5% juice will really do you in, bro. I'm surprised you're still coherent right now.
After I had the Gold Bears, it's not as good.
It's over.
I got
You
to
should-
wash it down with some chips
It
and
is
salsa.
on.
You should infuse the sap with the Gold Bears, bro.
I hate this.
You know how people do that with vodka gummies?
You got to start getting into some sketchy beverages pretty quick here, Brendan. What do you got to whip up some weird concoction? You got some jungle juice in the fridge?
Oh, bro, I'm surprised you know about jungle juice. I used to make the most bomb / jank jungle juice, like sketchy out there, bro.
Oh, yeah. You wanted to make it.
And sketchy.
Yeah.
As strong as possible, as easy to down, bro.
If it doesn't have Everclear in it, it's not.
It's kind of like King's Cup, you know. You got to dump everything possible in that King's Cup and hope you don't get it, or hope you
Look.
do.
Look, after this margarita,
Yeah.
I've got wine. I've got Hennessy. Maybe I'll start drinking some Henny out of the bottle. All right.
Please, dude. You got to work tomorrow, or are you calling in?
I got work. I already told my parents. My mom just called. I said I'm probably gonna be hungover, so don't talk to me in the morning. I might be upset, but it's either I'm gonna be super happy that the Bears made a savvy move, or like somehow something fell their way, or I'm gonna be like, give me coffee, spike it.
Nobody's going to be as upset as your mom if they make a bad pick. It's your mom's
Listen.
health we're concerned about.
You know, if only football was during the summer, bro.
Yeah, then she could wear the shorts and no big deal.
Yeah, for those of you obviously who don't know, for those of you who obviously do know, my mom is wearing shorts until the Bears win the Super Bowl. So
There he goes.
Tyler, we're actually on point right now.
My man.
We're pretty on point. I feel like we've been pretty accurate.
I'm going to really get the feed going here.
101. Are you gonna put 101? Smith is 101.
I already know he's not going 101. 101 will be Harris or Chase. Comparison, Calvin Ridley. Shocker.
Yeah, they must have thought the Giants would take Smith. That's why they moved up.
I think they would have, honestly. Got the dogs fighting in the backyard here.
I wonder what the sleeper leagues are like right now.
It's hard to say, man.
I really want to know what the Eagles gave up to move up 2 spots.
Yeah, I think it's funny they haven't said anything.
Usually they get like they talk about like a compensatory pick or just anything.
What kind of pick?
A compensation pick.
Oh, compensatory.
Compensatory. I think I said it correctly, just the wrong accent. Compensatory. Compensatory. Tyler, when you drink, 3-syllable words becomes very difficult.
I hear you, man. I used to
Actually,
drink.
that's 4 syllables, bro.
That's a big one.
So what happens? I mean, clearly a quarterback's not going to go here. I could see them going. I don't know who they would take. Who would the Giants take? I mean, Giants trade picks to the Bears.
Oh wow!
No, Justin Fields. Justin
Fields, baby.
No way! I knew it. I knew it.
You better get that Hennessy ready.
I knew it.
Oh man, Fields would be so
up?
exciting.
What did they give up? I freaking knew it, bro. I knew it.
Allen Robinson, David Montgomery, and Smith.
They better go Fields. Bro, no way. I literally told my entire family, everybody at work, if they get Fields today.
If they get Fields, you're definitely calling in.
It's going to be Fields. Don't trade up for Mac Jones. Please don't. Please be Fields. Please be Fields, bro. I'm getting the Henny ready.
It's amazing how many Alabama players just like go every year. It's unreal.
Fields. Please be Fields. I'm calling my brother right now.
Live on air?
Yeah, I'm calling my brother.
Ah, great. Put him on speaker. Let's get him on the cast here.
Yo. Hey, Brian, we're recording our podcast right now. I got you on the speaker. Are the Bears going to pick Justin Fields right here?
I hope so. They better.
I hope so, too. I think it's a huge mistake to trade up and pick Mac Jones. I really hope they don't.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Oh, my gosh, dude. I knew it. I was telling Dad after work, I said the Bears are going to trade up and go for Fields. So let's see if we're right. Oh my gosh, man. I'm so pumped. If it's Fields, dude, I got my margarita, my Hennessy ready. I'm gonna be hungover at work tomorrow, so just expect it, all right?
Great. Just what we needed.
Exactly. It'll be a good Friday. All right, brother. We got your prediction in. It's recorded live. We both think Fields. Thanks, man.
All right. See ya.
It's Fields, bro. It's
Man, your
Fields.
brother's so much different than you. Like he was so not impressed that you're going to be hung over at work.
Yep.
Great. That's just what we need.
Hey, he already knows I show up to work though sometimes hungover.
Like 4 days a week.
Yeah, 5 days. Not just joking. I hate going to work hungover. I really do. I hate it. Brian said Fields. Brian said pick is in. He must be ahead. No way. No way. Come on.
Well,
Come
Fields
on.
Fields walked into his living room when nobody was in there. You wonder if he
No
already got the
way.
ball.
If it's Fields,
All right, so if it's Fields, Brendan, are you taking Lawrence at 110 or are you taking Fields?
I'm taking Lawrence. But bro, as a
Oh,
Bears
come
fan,
on.
bro, as a Bears fan, this is freaking awesome. If this is Fields, depending on what they gave up, legendary. I freaking called it, bro. I called it. Please be Fields.
I was just making sure she wasn't digging. Brendan doesn't care if I'm here right now. He's like so excited.
Come on. Who did they give up the first? What did they give up? I didn't see it. They gave up. I knew they'd give up the first at least.
Oh, they got like a little speech going before the pick here.
Yeah, wow. Inspirational. Please be. If they take Mac Jones, I'll be so pissed.
Steph and I will remain dead silent so we don't ruin it for you.
We'll wait for you to.
Please. Of course, they do this during the pick. The Bears move up. I mean, I love good causes. We all love good causes. There's no doubt about it. Just
You're just kind of on the edge of your
it's
seat.
just the adrenaline's pumping, flowing. The heart's having a heart attack right now. I got the Henny right here.
There it is.
Please be Justin Fields. If it's Justin Fields, bro, I think that's a huge win, depending on what they gave up. Please be Justin Fields. Let's go, bro. That's a
There you
crazy
go, man.
pick. That's a crazy pick. I don't know what they gave up. Absolutely love it.
Doesn't matter what they
freaking
gave
love
up.
it.
Congrats.
I love it. Hey,
Congrats.
hey, listen, we're pulling out the Henny. Cheers. Cheers. Straight out of the bottle. I'm texting my family right now, bro. I freaking love that pick.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's a
I
good
love
one.
it.
That's exciting. He's a different kind of quarterback. Super dynamic.
I love
Yes.
it.
Tons of
Hey.
swagger. He's great, man. I like
Bro,
it.
look at this. Look at this. What are the odds? I was thinking about making that same trade a couple thirds for Dalton, but I made it for Teddy B. Thank goodness, bro.
Yep. Dalton sucks.
I love it. I love it, bro. I love it.
Terrible quarterback.
I love it.
That's awesome, man.
I got to see, though. I'm texting everybody. What did they give up?
Is it not online yet?
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't look. I'm not on the web. I'm not on the internet right now except my phone.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm about to look it up. That's huge, though. Fields, honestly, in my opinion, Fields seems like a better prospect than Trubisky.
Then Trubisky?
Yeah,
Well,
he-
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
just saying he seems like a better prospect, at least from college to college.
Absolutely. Here's veterinary appointments.
Let me look at Twitter. Twitter's usually pretty good.
Yeah, somebody's probably on all over that. I'm excited for you, man. That's cool.
I love it.
It's always fun when your team gets somebody that you're like really excited for. Well, let's see. Dallas, no. Chargers, no. Minnesota, no. Man, Mac Jones is just going to fall.
Mac Jones is for sure gonna fall. What did the Bears give up, Tyler? Do you have any info on that?
I'll take a look. I actually thought Fields looked really good in the bowl game.
Two firsts, a fifth, and a fourth.
Two what?
Two first. They gave up their obviously their number 20 overall, a 5th round pick, and their 2022 first and fourth. I don't mind that at all. That's not that. I don't think that's an overpay, bro. They gave up an extra first, a fourth, and a fifth. That's not bad.
Not bad, man. Hey, if you get your quarterback, it's worth it, you know?
I don't think that's that bad. Wow. I think that's actually a pretty good deal. Listen, Pace and Nagy are in the hot seat anyways. They're clearly going to do what they can. And you know what? Yeah, they mortgage their first next year, which sucks for Bears fans if Pace and Nagy gets fired. But guess what? Justin Fields probably needs more than a year to develop. So even next year, regardless, he still needs a year to develop. And that first round pick would probably be a quarterback if they're really high. So it's worth it, bro. I'm about
No,
it.
that's-
I'm about it. I knew it.
That's an exciting pick, and I think he's well worth it.
I can't believe it. Tyler, I'm just ecstatic right now. I'm sorry. I'm texting my family, all my friends, so it just takes a moment.
You're good, man. We're just hanging out anyways. I'm just trying to figure out what I got to do to get Smith and Waddle.
You got to trade your entire team, bro.
I'm not afraid to move most people. I know I can go get them both. It's just if you want to. You know I could trade Justin Jefferson. That's a bad idea.
That's a really bad idea.
I
It
could
sucks.
probably
I can't believe I
trade
gave up
Mixon.
Jefferson for Galladay. Bro, if I still had Jefferson going into this year, which I basically won without Galladay because he was hurt all year. If
Yeah.
I had Jefferson still, oof.
I like Galladay though. He was just hurt.
I do too. I'm not knocking him at all. I think he
Yeah.
still has,
He's
he'll
hurt.
still hopefully be wide receiver 1 or, front end wide receiver 2. But
This has got to be the kid from Penn State for Dallas, right? The linebacker.
I
Because
think
Sean
so.
Lee
I think so.
retired too.
They need to go defense here.
Yeah, that's got to be that kid. He's really good.
I
They
love
should-
it, bro. I feel so good about that pick. This is the first time I actually feel good about the Bears pick in a minute.
I'm glad, man. That's exciting.
Woo! I gotta chill. I gotta chill.
You need another
I gotta chill.
margarita.
Yeah. I mean, I got my marg here. I took a couple pulls of Henny. It's just, bro, like I feel like they didn't break the bank. You know what I mean?
No,
I mean, it's a first round pick next year, which I get. It's expensive, but I think Justin Fields is honestly better than Mac Jones, Trey Lance. I would say probably better than Zach Wilson in a sense that in today's modern age of football,
Yeah, you got to be able to run, man.
exactly. So I don't know. I like it a lot, bro. I think that's huge.
I think it's a good fantasy move, but I'm disappointed that you're not looking more at Fields over Lawrence now.
I can't do that. I love the idea. I love the idea. Let's see.
That would turn watching your fantasy scores and the games into very stressful.
I wouldn't do that. You got to diversify the portfolio, bro. What do you think happens? You think defense? It's got to be defense.
Oh, it's got to be the linebacker. I don't know. When they took CD Lamb, everybody was like, huh? It's Dallas, you know? But yes, I think it's the linebacker from Penn State. It's the only pick it could have been.
Yeah, they took him. Good pick. Good pick. It's what they needed.
Yep. I like that kid a lot.
Bro, all the Bears fans and all the forums are freaking pumped.
Oh, I bet. Bet, man. That's a big deal.
Jeez, bro. I'm sorry, Tyler. I'm still shook up. I mean, like, I was hoping it would happen, but I wasn't expecting it. So now I'm cooled off. My phone's done blowing up. Everything's all good in the hood.
You're good, man. We're just having some fun tonight, you know?
Woo!
I'll feel the same way when Devonta Smith comes to the Gator Sends. So I understand.
So what would you give up? Well, first off, when do you think Devontae Smith would be drafted in our league?
I honestly don't know. I've made so many bad trades in my life, Brendan, that what's a couple more? The way I view it is I would have essentially an entire class of recruits from Alabama. I would then have Ridley, Judy, Ruggs, these two. They all played together at one point, which would be really cool. And Alabama has no wideouts coming out next year, so I can take a chill, you know?
Until next year happens.
No, I don't. I don't think any of them can come out.
They don't. Because they're too young and they're not ready to go.
I don't think any of them can come out.
Wow, the draft's gonna be pretty dang boring next year, then, bro. Might as well trade all those 2022 picks to me.
Oh, I don't have any first or second already.
Savvy, bro, savvy.
But no, Brendan. In reality, I would trade almost anything. I would trade guys that I'd be willing to trade: Mixon, Aaron Jones, Chris Godwin. I could talk about DJ Moore. You know, I'm not going to try and pretend that I could land these guys for nothing. I know they'd be expensive, you know?
And you know what, man? I mean, I got to tell you, Tyler, I know your strategy, go for all the young receivers, but Tyler, how many receivers can you have on your roster, bro?
Well, I think if I moved other receivers, they would kind of like, this is a really stupid thing to even want to think about, but I'm also a little disappointed week to week that I can't have Judy, Higgins, and Lamb in my lineup because my team has better options. So I've told my brother for 2 years, I've actively been trying to make my team worse so I could play the players that I really like, but I just can't seem to do it. And I don't mean that like in a stupid way. I want to have these guys in my lineup, but Lamb and Higgins, who am I going to take out? You start Ridley, Godwin, Jefferson, DJ Moore over those guys every week. Every week.
So let me ask you this though. I mean, in terms of players you've obviously been able to trade, I mean, you got Jefferson and DJ Moore for me, right? Okay.
Yeah.
You probably got them cheaper from me than what it would cost to move up and to grab the 101 to the 105 to take them. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, I'm almost wondering if it makes more sense to wait until after the draft and try.
I think it does, bro. I think it does.
Yeah,
that's my 2 cents.
I think the 1-2 is a pick I could have the best chance at landing. Because I also know the tendencies of the owners, and they're very, very hard to trade for. Like if Steph takes Devonta Smith, I can't get Devonta Smith, period.
Mm-hmm.
If I think that, that's just the way it is. And the same can be said for the picks. I don't think I could trade for the picks any easier than the players. I think I'm just not going to get them. But I also feel like I have the assets that I could go get them if I really, really wanted to. But how badly does it damage my team? But I've also had a really good team for 3 years in a row and haven't even got out of the first round. So does it really matter how good your team is?
So technically, no. I mean, the rule of thumb is all you have to do is make the playoffs.
Yeah, you got to have three.
All you have to do is make the playoffs and anything can happen. But, there's obviously, it's a start one running back league, which clearly the disparity, if you have a top running back, it helps. But then it's what, 1, 2 receivers, 3 flex? What is it?
It's 1 QB, 1 running back, 1 WR, 1 tight end, 3
That's
flex.
what it is. Exactly. So technically all you need is 1 capable running back, and then stashing those receivers could pay off.
I mean, it's not even like I'm not even joking around talking trash. I mean, you won the league with Mike Davis.
Mike Davis. Mike Davis got me there, bro.
Not a
Davis
guy
got
that
me
you'd
there.
be like, oh, this guy's gonna win the league with Mike. It just shows that if you have a 3-week stretch, that's all you need. My team I've lost 5 games in 2 years, and I haven't even won a playoff game. It really doesn't matter what your team looks like. You got to almost get lucky in fantasy. It's just that simple. You got to have 3 good games at the right time, and usually you don't. So
And that's the thing. I mean, it just shows that starting requirements, amount of owners in a league, it all affects values. And
absolutely.
I mean, clearly young wide receivers are incredibly valued in our league, and you obviously show that. You traded Kamara for Deshaun Watson and DJ Moore, which is a great trade. I'm not gonna lie, it's a great trade. Unfortunately, obviously with Watson happening, but you got a QB 1 and you got a wide receiver 1 for a running back 1. And for a guy like me,
a big upside guy.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a sucker because the league knows I'm a sucker for running back. So I just got drained of all my young receivers. Bro, I managed to trade away DK Metcalf, DJ Moore, and Justin Jefferson in a year.
Yeah, that's rough, man. But hey, you won the title in that.
Hey, you're right, but we won, and that's what matters most. And It really depends on what's going to happen this year. I think the moves I made really hurt my outlook in my future. But if I can repeat one more year, then it's worth it. It's worth it.
You've said many times that you're not a guy that's concerned with having the younger roster. You want to win titles every year, and usually that's by getting a little bit older. And, to your point, that makes a lot of sense. And then what I was just complaining about, does your build really matter? So if I make a bunch of bad trades to go get Waddle and Smith, does it really matter? Or could my team have 3 good games?
It doesn't matter unless you have those guys that you were building up. So you start, let's say it's year 0, right? And you trade for those young receivers. Then it's year 1. So those young receivers are in year 2, and then year 2 and year 3. It doesn't matter unless you have those guys in year 3 and year 4 who are complete studs, and then all of them panned out, right? So
nobody has that crystal ball.
Yeah, I mean, for you next year, Tyler, this upcoming season, your wide receiver core is going to be freaking nasty, bro.
They could.
Absolutely nasty. And your only downside is if Aaron Jones doesn't hit or Joe Mixon doesn't hit. Even then, your wide receivers are going to freaking carry you, bro, with Patty Mahomes. You're pretty set, bro.
There's guys I will not trade Judy. I will not trade CeeDee Lamb. I won't trade Justin Jefferson. I won't trade Calvin Ridley.
That's 5 guys, bro.
Yeah, but that still leaves me.
You can only start 4 of those guys, Tyler.
That still allows me to move Godwin, DJ Moore. I don't want to move T. Higgins, but I would.
Dude, it's just unbelievable that you've somehow managed to acquire all of those guys on your team. If you think about it, that type of young roster is exactly what people would drool over.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and I love Chris Godwin, man. It'd be tough for me to move him.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Here's my thoughts, Tyler. You need to trade one or two of those guys and get an absolute stud at running back, bro. In my opinion, in my opinion. And then I can't see you losing, bro. Well, if you believe in Aaron Jones, which Aaron Jones is a top 5 running back, if you think he's going to repeat, then there's no reason to make the trade. But you're not going to get Kamara from me. You're not going to get Christian McCaffrey from me because obviously I traded my young wide receivers away to get those guys. But if you made a move to somehow trade those guys like Aaron Jones plus DJ Moore and get like Jonathan, well, it's not going to happen, obviously. But if you did, bro, your team would be freaking unstoppable.
Brendan, let me tell you something that's probably going to make you sick because it was before you got into the league. So the year prior, I lost in the first round. I won 11-2. Do you want to hear who I had on my team?
Let's hear. Hey, first off, by the way, up goes Justin Herbert's stock because the Chargers just drafted the offensive lineman out of Northwestern. I love it, bro.
Oh, nice.
I love it. So, all right, here we go. So who was on your roster?
I was 11-2. In any given week, I was able to roll out Patrick Mahomes, Alvin Kamara, Andrews, Calvin Ridley, Chris Godwin. That's when Chris Godwin was the WR1. Delvin Cook, Nick Chubb, and like 3 other dudes, and I didn't win the league. So I was almost the opposite 2 years ago where I had a ton of studs everywhere. It still didn't matter. Didn't make any difference.
Mm-hmm.
And I know like nobody can predict that, but it's just like I really don't even know what to do anymore. It almost seems like it doesn't matter.
Stay young. I mean, stay young is a good method.
Yeah. I mean, how did I not win the league with that line?
Bro, that is like
it's ridiculous. I didn't even win a playoff game, Brendan. I lost the first round.
That might be low-key the greatest fantasy football roster I've literally ever heard of, bro. Ever.
I can actually beat that. It was a year to year, so it was a redraft. I went 12-1. Man, it was when all these guys were in their prime. My team was Tom Brady, Frank Gore, LaShawn McCoy, Calvin Johnson, Brendan Marshall, and Gronk.
Wow.
And I won 12-1. And like my closest playoff game, Brendan was like 42 points. Just cruised.
Wow.
And that was before Gronk took off. Like I drafted him because I really liked Tom Brady. And it was like, well, I guess I'll take whoever the hell this kid is. And that's that year he just like went off.
Wow.
So, but
bro,
yeah,
that's crazy. Is that the year you won in this league?
No, that was a few years prior. It was a different league. No, when I won in the Dynasty League, my team was pretty stacked. I had Brady. My mind just went blank. I had Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch is a beast, bro.
Yep, Calvin Johnson, Ray Rice, and all those guys were like when they were good. I had
Ray Rice. Honestly, Ray Rice was my favorite running back in the league, and then of course he had to do that crap.
Right. I actually went 6-7, and then just crushed everybody in the playoffs.
Wow, that's killer. Hey Tyler, 1 second. Let me plug in my laptop real quick. All right.
Oh, okay. Oh,
bro, the Jets just moved up. What?
They're gonna take Mac Jones.
No way. That would be crazy, bro. I'll be like, what is football? Hey, Tyler, do you recognize this?
Oh, man. There it is.
Look at that baby. That right there is a freaking beauty.
Let's take a look at those names on there, man.
Here we go. So obviously, Tyler, you were a baller and you won the league to start off in 2014. Is that correct?
That's correct.
We got Tyler, Crystal, young Steph in the cut.
Yep,
Steph in the cut.
Yep.
Steph, shout out to you. Trade me Jonathan Taylor. Then we got Andy, Chris, Jeff, and then your boy, Be Smooth, Mr. Hollywood, Chi-Town Jabroni, starting it off on the new nameplate, the new side, right there in 2020. Tyler, who is your favorite to win this year? I think it's got to be close to you. I think me not having a quarterback is a big buzzkill, unless I got 2 stud running backs. If they hit, they hit. I don't know, man. I love Steph's young roster coming up. It's tough, bro.
I think if people make a jump, Steph's got a good chance. If Dobbins makes a jump, I think Aaron's team is primed to win. Aaron's got a really good team. With all of Andy G's draft picks, if they all hit, his team's going to change overnight. You know, he's got the 1-1, the 1-6, 1-8, 1 something. You know, he's got, I want to say he has 9 picks in the first 2 rounds. So
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think he's got a good team. Jeff always has a really good team. It's tough to say, man. There's so many good teams in our league. Yeah, Jeff's always very strong.
You know what? That's the thing is the tricky part of Dynasty is staying competitive. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where let's say you're the champ, right? Obviously you want to win back-to-back, but you have to make slight moves. You have to tinker with your roster to get younger and also be competitive. So it's what do? Do you keep the same roster in hopes to contend? Or if you don't, then your studs fall to nothing. Or do you trade one of those guys and hope to get younger? So obviously, for example, Tyler, in one of my big leagues, I traded away basically Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, and a first-round pick, and I got Alvin Kamara. It was a huge, huge overpay, bro.
I still like that trade for you based on your team.
Huge overpay. I mean, I had Dalvin Cook, Nick Chubb, Tyler Boyd, DJ Moore, Allen Robinson, so I could afford it. It. But then I turned around and I decided to trade Alvin Kamara for the 101, which I'm probably going to take Harris and Terry McLaurin. So I got younger by about 3 years. And in my opinion, I think Terry McLaurin is equivalent to Amari Cooper and Mike Evans. I'm not going to lie. I really do. I think McLaurin, especially with Ryan Fitzpatrick, could be top 5, top 10.
I agree.
But then hopefully Najee Harris hits or ETN. If one of them, if ETN goes to an unbelievable spot, so be it. But I think Harris, if Harris finishes top 15, then I just made an absolute unbelievable deal.
Agreed.
So,
agreed.
I don't know, man. But if Alvin Kamara is if he's top 3, then I probably blew the trade. So I don't know.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens with Kamara. We'll see what happens with that offense. Yeah, and I mean, I think you got a good chance to win in the ESPN league too. I mean, your team's stacked. What's crazy is there's been no 2-time champion yet. Not back-to-back, not anything. You know, so those of us that are on the trophy are dying to be the first to.
It's gonna happen. Hey, what if? No way they just traded up to take a running back here, bro. No way.
No, they're taking Mac Jones. They want to do a competition between Zach Wilson and Mac Jones. So they traded up for another quarterback.
They gave up only 2/3. What? They only give up 2/3 to move up 10 picks. That seems weird, doesn't it? I mean, I guess in the NFL, 3rd-round picks are more valuable than fantasy. But
they're super valuable for sure.
If they take I hope they don't take Najee Harris. But if they do, bro, that'd probably be pretty sick. There's no way they're gonna take Najee Harris right here.
No, I don't think so. Did that guard from USC go yet? Because it might be him.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, Brendan. Hold on just a sec.
Take your time, brother.
Go to bed. Come on. Go on.
Here we go.
Mac Jones.
Here we go.
That was amazing seeing the reaction of the Jets fans. They had no idea who that was.
I agree until they said guard.
Then they're like, oh, sweet. Yeah, we need a lineman.
And you know what? That's good. It was a good pick. I don't know how good he is in terms of moving up, but I mean, he's obviously the third best, I guess, offensive lineman in the draft. And you know what, man? Like 2 third-round picks. I mean, there's a big difference between a third-round offensive guard and a first-round offensive guard. So if
For
it
sure,
works
man.
out, bro, it works out.
That's the kid from USC, right? That's who I. Oh no, he's from. Okay.
I think from USC. Dang, the Patriots pick is already in, bro. They're taking Mac Jones. Patriots are taking Mac Jones.
They absolutely are. And they'll just sit on him for a year. They'll bridge Newton and.
Mm-hmm.
Man, where's my boy out there blocking? Amon-Ra St. Brown. Get to see him out there blocking on those highlights.
You think he's going to go in the second round?
St. Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. He's a tremendous route runner. Plus, there's been some good USC receivers that have come out lately. Pittman looks pretty good. Juju's had his moments.
Pittman's been injured, so we'll see. He
I
seems
like
like
Pittman.
he seems like I don't want to say buy low per se. I think you could buy him lower than where he was drafted at in late first, early second. But I think he could be good. I mean, would you justify him as a buy low? I guess you could, right?
Yeah. I don't think many people that own him are selling him, though. There's no reason to. He's going to be the number one this year. Speaking of, have you ever watched his video blog on YouTube?
No, I've been watching a little Chase Claypool's though, but not Michael Pittman.
You should watch Pittman, man. That dude's a character. He's super fun. He's a cool guy.
I'll have to look into it. I have no shares of Pittman, bro.
Yeah, he's just looks like or seems like a really normal guy.
Nice. Hey, real quick, how dope is this? They're talking about the Patriots, but they're showing Tom Brady and Robert Gronkowski Tampa Bay highlights.
That sounds about right. They can't move on. Mac Jones looks real ready to get drafted.
It's hilarious. Wow, the Patriots already spent $142 million.
Oh, they spent so much money on 2 tight ends.
There's Belichick, baby. Belichick looking like he's playing freaking Minesweeper, bro.
And your girl's making herself a second margarita here.
Oh, no way. Yeah, I already down my second, so I might have to do another pull of Henny here shortly. Am I mumbling yet or not?
Slightly.
All right, that's good. If I'm mumbling a little bit, that's how you know we in business, baby.
Well, your draft's
Here we go.
already over. You're just thrilled.
Mac Jones. It's got to be Mac Jones.
Has to be. What'll that be? The 13th Alabama player drafted already?
Just about. Their whole offensive starting caliber group is drafted. You know what, Tyler? We've been pretty spot on in a sense. Like, obviously, we couldn't have predicted the Bears to draft or move up, but we've been pretty close.
Absolutely. I thought the Patriots were going to jump way up, but
they didn't need to. If they get Mac Jones here, they didn't need to. They played it right.
Got a QB. Shocker. Good pick.
Good for them. Bro, good for Mac Jones. That's so ideal.
It's a good organization to go to.
So ideal, bro. Bro, he's thinking right now, don't trip, don't fall, don't trip. Keep a straight face. Keep walking, keep walking.
I actually think Mac Jones is a little underrated.
Hey, bro, going to the Patriots is pretty freaking big, bro.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
He had probably a better wide receiver core in college.
I mean, considering that both of the wide receivers he threw to just went like the top 7. Really? Are they better than Nelson Aguilar, Jacoby Meyer, and Kendrick Bourne? I don't know, bro.
Right now, no, they're not. Definitely not. Those guys
are
veteran NFL players.
You're right.
No, they're not. In theory, yes. But also,
Hey,
did
hey,
his
hold on, hold on.
rece-
I'm sorry to interrupt, but look, the Cardinals are already on 4 minutes, bro. You see that?
Oh, it's at 9:55 on my end. That's
Oh, it
so
just
weird.
it just switched up. It just went
Oh, it
from
moved
4
up. Okay.
It just changed. It just changed, bro.
I was just gonna say, did Mac Jones look better because of his receivers? Who knows?
I don't know. Hey, listen. Regardless, though, listen, I'm not gonna lie. This year, I mean, I know back in 2017, whenever all those QBs got drafted, but this year it seems like it's the quarterback year, bro. A lot of these guys got drafted into really good scenarios where they could step in right away and start. Granted, Mac Jones will probably sit a few weeks behind Cam Newton, but they're not. Why would you risk Cam Newton? I mean, you clearly know what you have. Why wouldn't you throw Mac Jones into the loop? You know, obviously Trevor Lawrence is the day one starter. Mac Jones or Zach Wilson's the day one starter. Trey Lance obviously could sit for a little bit. I think that Justin Fields, bro, he's going to be the starter by week like 5 or 6, bro. No doubt.
Agreed. Yeah, I think. Yeah, this year's the QBs. Last year, it took a couple weeks, but all the running backs went to phenomenal landing
All of them,
spots, you know?
almost all of them, bro. I mean, granted, it took like second half of the season, but
Yeah, it
still,
took time.
Still, hey, hold on, I'm gonna grab a little snack. So,
Sounds good.
Tyler, what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking, let's cap it after pick 20. Are you cool with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think we've got Arizona, Vegas, Miami. Miami is very interesting to see if they will take a running back. And
Yeah,
then,
we'll cap it after 20. Even our
what's up?
family, we'll cap it at 20 because even our families aren't going to sit through this whole episode.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So cool. Let's do that then. And we'll cap it after pick 20 and call it a night. Let me grab another snack, bro. I'm feeling some more chips. You know, you said chips and salsa. I was like, ooh, chips and salsa is my weakness, bro.
Yeah, because the Miami pick will be exciting because it could be a running back.
If Miami doesn't take a running back here, dude, I don't think I could see a running back being picked unless the Jets take one at 23.
True.
Steelers maybe at 24.
If you're looking at Harris, man, you
Bills-
better hope he doesn't go to Pittsburgh because their line is atrocious.
Yeah, I agree. All these people on the forum saying Pittsburgh's so dope. Pittsburgh's so dope. Steelers used to be a sick landing spot. They used to be a really good land. Not anymore.
Yeah.
It
also
really all
helped
depends.
that Bell was unbelievable.
Agreed. But also, 30th overall, the Bills. I mean, will somebody go there?
Yeah, because they can afford to make a pick for whoever they want, and their running backs are terrible.
Yeah, you know what? The Bills are actually a
Good
really
call.
well-constructed team. But yeah, Bills at 30, Tampa Bay at 32. Who knows, man?
Well, and Arizona's pick was within like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I bet you they go. I don't know what their holes are, but I think defense. I'd imagine defense or offensive line. I'll be right back, Tyler. I'm grabbing a snack.
Right.
And we back. Let's see what the Cardinals do. So obviously, the top 5 quarterbacks of the draft are gone, which I think back in 2017 or whenever Baker, Lamar, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, whenever all those guys got drafted, this has been a quarterback heavy year. So pretty interesting to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, and you and I kind of predicted that 2 nights ago on our podcast that it was going to be not only, more exciting for Superflex, but we were going to get some dynasty assets going in the first round, which is more exciting, than tackles and
There you go,
the
defense.
usual. I'm surprised has there been any edge rusher that's gone?
Dude, listen, there's only been like 3 defensive players so far. So there's been 3 wide receivers, 5 quarterbacks, 3 linemen. That puts them at 11, and 3 cornerbacks, bro, which puts it at 14. And then what? What else went? I can't remember. Maybe another offensive lineman. I don't know, dude. There's been no defensive rushers, I believe.
Yeah, because I think there's been 3 guards.
This is such a weird draft from what I remember.
Crazy, man.
Usually there's like a top 5 defensive edge rusher.
I'm just blown away by I can't get over the Pitts. I can't get over Chase.
And a tight end. You're right. And a tight end. So
It's just crazy, man. Like your franchise and Joe Burrow literally got sacked so much.
that was such a mistake,
ACL,
Tyler. That was such a mistake.
Huh?
They could have had a Pro Bowl. They could have had a Pro Bowl guard, bro. They could have had a Pro Bowl offensive lineman. They screwed up. That was a terrible pick, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was. It seemed like all about the connection, you know.
It was a mistake. But you know what? They definitely talked to Joe Burrow about it. They definitely talked to him and said, I guarantee you they talked to him and said, do you want Jamar or do you want protection? I bet you.
Yeah, they're trying to surround him with a lot of talent.
There's no way they make that pick without talking to Joe.
Burrow looked so good at times. He just had not enough time. Plus, you paid your running back a lot of money. Like another guy that needs help on the line. It's crazy, man. It's wild.
Where do you see Joe Mixon ending up this year? What rank?
If he's healthy, 8.
I can see it.
Yeah, if he's healthy, I think 8.
So are you going to fade him if he doesn't hit this year?
I mean, yes, but at that point, he'll have no value, so you might as well hold him. You know, he's still going to get work.
So it doesn't matter. It's either he hits this year and you sell him.
He's already been paid. Yeah, I mean, I'd sell him this offseason if I could get Smith or Waddle, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a fair offer. I really do.
Tyler, I had to say, bro, I think I'd ride Mixon one more year than owning Smith and Waddle. But I'm running back heavy, so.
I do really like Mixon a lot. I've held him for a long time.
Would you trade Aaron Jones? Would you trade Aaron Jones for Chase?
Yeah, probably, but that won't happen because the guy who might take Chase traded me Aaron Jones. But a little Steph's reading a local sports insider. According to him, Denver is close to inking a deal with Aaron Rodgers.
No.
So,
no way.
Hey, man, they did it with Peyton.
No way. Who would they trade? They'd have to trade, obviously, Drew Lock or Teddy.
Oh, Von Miller would be in that deal, guaranteed.
I don't think so. Von Miller's way too old, bro. No way.
I think he'd be like a big complimentary piece.
Bradley Chubb.
Chubb?
Bradley Chubb is the only player on that roster that I could see willing, like, that Packers would be willing to go. It would have to be like Bradley Chubb, 2 years worth of first, and like Drew Lock or Teddy, bro. There's no way the Packers would take Von Miller. I love Von Miller. He's too old though, bro.
I think Denver has a lot of picks coming up, so they could maybe hypothetically do it. What would be funny is if somehow Sutton was in the deal and Green Bay finally got a wide receiver but moved Rodgers in the process.
That would be crazy. You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm sure it would have to be one of the receivers, Sutton or Judy, plus. Like, I didn't mean to jump on you in terms of Von Miller. Von Miller is a beast, but he's too old. I can't see them trading, a Hall of Fame quarterback for Von Miller being one of the main pieces. It's got to be multiple first round picks, probably Bradley Chubb, and then like Jerry Judy or Sutton, guaranteed.
Better not be Jerry Judy.
And you know what? Does Denver have another pick coming up? And maybe they draft a receiver in the second round. Don't they have Hamler, bro?
Yeah, but he sucks. They're trying to trade him. He's been on the block, they said, all off season. Honestly.
So we'll see. If the Packers trade away Aaron Rodgers and Von Miller's a lead piece coming back, I think that's a huge L for the Packers, bro.
Yeah.
But if they do this, who would you rather have? Jordan Love, Drew Lock, or Teddy Bridgewater? I mean, they all probably seem about the same.
Absolutely. I think the Denver media is blowing up right now because I just got a text from one of my buddies talking about it too.
No way.
So that's crazy. I mean, Denver's a way better place to live than Green Bay.
Agreed. I hate Green Bay, bro.
Oh, and his girl lives in Denver, bud. Boulder, baby. It's gaining steam, Brendan. It's as good as done.
You think so?
It's as good as done.
I mean, are you on Twitter? What do you want? Let me check.
Steph said they might pull the trigger tonight, according to Big Al.
No way.
Hey, what a surprise. An Alabama player got drafted.
Good for them. It's good for Jacobs. I mean, salvage a little bit of his value. So I commented on a Bears post, and it is blowing up right now, bro. I'm the top comment right now.
There you go.
No, I'm not the top comment. I'm one of them. I got 70 likes, bro. Wow. I didn't know I was that popular.
That's why they call you the champ.
Yeah, they must know about the podcast, dog.
So if Denver did trade for Rodgers, what do you expect from Jerry Jeudy?
Wide receiver, back end wide receiver 1, front end wide receiver 2, no doubt, bro. And if they manage to keep Sutton and Jeudy and both of those guys in the trade, no doubt, bro. Are you freaking kidding me?
And Fant.
And
crazy
Fant,
offense.
First off, I love Devontae Adams. I really do. I'm not saying Sutton's on the same tier as Adams nor Jeudy, but I think they could get pretty dang close to like 1,300 yards apiece, maybe 1,200 yards apiece and like 8 touchdowns apiece, bro. Rodgers could throw 40 touchdowns a year, bro. 40.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be insane. Hey, what do you think Miami does right here, bro? I bet you they go defense.
I honestly,
if they go Najee Harris here, bro, Najee Harris is the first running back off the board for me. He's the clear-cut one-on-one. I hope they go Harris here.
I honestly think they're going to take Najee Harris.
No way. If they go Harris here, he's the one-on-one no-brainer, right?
I mean, not for me, but for most people, yes, he would go number 1.
All right, there you go.
I think that's a very good pick if he goes.
Excluding people who love wide receivers more than running backs.
Yes.
And people who aren't afraid of the RB scarcity.
The only thing I would say is I would pump the brakes because if ATN goes to Buffalo, I could see that being a better landing spot than Miami.
I don't think so. I think Miami's a better landing spot.
Yeah, I think they're close. It's just Buffalo's offense is unreal.
You know what, though? But they've taken a running back the past 2 years, though, bro. You know, how much better would ETN be than Zach Moss than to Singletary? Are they ready to fade Singletary completely?
I would be.
Is Buffalo ready, though? I mean, you know what, though? There's a lot of pride in it. You know, Tyler, you and I could obviously trade assets a lot quicker because, like, the only time we have some fantasy value, we're not losing millions of dollars in a sense. So, like, would you be willing? I mean, I'd be willing to fade Singletary. Would you be willing to fade Zach Moss too as well? Your second or third round pick last year.
I think the only reason that I'd be hesitant is Allen gets so many red zone carries. So I think that hurts maybe the need for a running back, if you will.
Sure.
Because Allen essentially is your red zone running back.
Sure.
So I just don't think Singletary or Moss is
the guy.
Is anything more than what they are. You know, Moss for an NFL running back is really slow. And
hey, real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt. The pick is in. If they go Harris here, I'm taking multiple pulls of Hennessy. I would love it if they win Harris here.
You want me to ruin it or wait it for you?
Nah. All right. You know that the fans were hoping for Najee Harris.
They went with the U. I like that.
You know, it was Miami U.
Yeah, it was the U. Well, Brendan, we only have 2 picks left in our podcast.
This has been exciting, man. This has been a roller coaster.
It's been pretty awesome.
I've enjoyed it.
I'm gonna try and trade for the 1-2 tonight.
So what do you think it's gonna take, bro?
Something real stupid.
So are you interested in the 110?
No, because neither of my guys will be there.
Damn, bro. I'm sorry.
If you were up higher, yes, but I think my only hope is the 1-2 and the 1-3. But I don't think I can make either one of. I think the 1-2 has a slight chance.
Damn, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. Tyler, I mean, you know, you have to give up a boatload, bro.
Probably.
You have to give up like Aaron Jones and Godwin.
If it's too much, it's just not worth it, you know?
I don't know. It seems like you have a tendency to make moves like that.
Yeah, I've made some terrible trades to get my guys. And what's amazing is it hasn't set my team back at all. That's what makes me like, I can keep doing this. I mean, I went 11-2, and then I went 10-3. I mean, it really didn't do anything.
That's good. You can keep doing it until it really hits you heavy.
Yeah, and then if I have to rebuild, I just rebuild around Judy, Lamb, Higgins, Smith, and Waddle.
And
I mean, I have Mahomes. I've got 40 points in the bank every week.
What about Jefferson, Moore?
Yeah, Jefferson, absolutely. I forgot about Jefferson. I mean, when you've got Mahomes, you've got 40 points just locked in a week. So that really helps mask some holes.
That's crazy.
But chances are I won't be getting what's necessary to get those guys. I think they're too high. You know, if they were kind of back end first round picks, I think you could do it.
That's awesome.
What's the word, babe? Did Rodgers get traded yet? Nothing yet on Rodgers, but it's close to happening.
It's close to happening. We got insider news from the legendary Steph, the owner of Jonathan Taylor, in the You're in This for Life League, that Rodgers will be traded to Denver. If Rodgers gets traded to Denver, then I'm pissed, bro. I wasted 2 third-round picks.
If Rodgers gets traded to Denver, I think you're just going to blow Steph up all night for insider knowledge and ask her how you can trade for Jonathan Taylor.
You're right. Two completely dependent moves, but yes, I will offer anything for Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, that's amazing.
Tyler, is Trevor Lawrence going to be there at pick 10? If Steph's there, let me know her thoughts too. Will Trevor Lawrence be there at the 110?
Steph's thinking. I honestly, Brendan, don't know. I think Lawrence will be the highest drafted quarterback in our league history. So
and that means I could take him at 110, be ahead of the 111, which Murray went, right?
Murray went 112. There are some people ahead of you that need quarterbacks.
So let's just put this, I guess, not on paper, but in the air. So, okay. So in terms of owning the 110, here's what probably could happen. Harris, Etienne, Pitts, Chase, Smith, Waddle.
That's where I think it gets scary, is after that.
So you got 6 right there. Do you think Javonte Williams will jump up there?
I would say yes, but I think it gets dicey after the top 5. I really do.
Okay. Bateman, Moore.
I can only say, Brendan, if I was in there and needed a wide receiver or a quarterback, I would take Lawrence ahead of Bateman or Moore. I really would.
So then that's my issue. Then I didn't trade up enough because that's kind of what it's like. Is like Bateman and Moore probably up there, bro. I like the 107, 108.
Well, let's while we're waiting for these last two picks, I'll pull up the give me just a sec. I'll pull up the doc here. I know everybody's roster essentially by heart with how many times I've had to enter it and stuff. So give me just a sec here. I think we can do a little bit of creative thinking here.
Some speculation.
Yep. So all right, so the 1-1, the 1-5, the 1-7 are all owned by Andy Griswold. He has Murray and Mayfield. He's not
going QB.
Nope.
Okay.
Joel's starting quarterback was Phillip Rivers.
What
So
pick does he have?
1-2.
He's not going QB.
Yeah, he's got a lot of holes, so I don't think he goes.
Bro, it'd be a mistake. It'd be a mistake.
Crystal has the 1-3. She has Stafford, so
Okay.
decent quarterback. She's not going quarterback. Steph has the 1-4. She has Wilson and Tua, probably not going quarterback. That brings Grizz back up at 1-5. We've already said he's not going quarterback. Chris has Josh Allen, probably not going quarterback.
No need for QB.
Grizz is back up at 7. Here's where it gets dicey. Crystal has the 1-8.
Okay, and who's your quarterback?
She has Stafford, and Ryan. I could see her taking that to get younger because her team is multiple years out.
So, but if she takes it, that means Javonte Williams, Rashad Bateman, or Moore probably gets pushed back to me.
And then Steph picks again at the 1-9, probably not taking Lawrence. I would say there is a relatively good chance unless Crystal takes him at 1-8.
But okay, so here's my perspective. It doesn't matter to me. If obviously I want Lawrence, there's no denying it. I'm not going to trade up anymore. I mean, I gave up a late second and Raheem Mostert, which to me wasn't much, to be honest. Up 2 picks. I get it. A free second and a running back who's probably not going to be the starter next year. I hate to say it. I don't mean to bust my trade partner's area over there, but I don't think I gave up that much. If Trevor Lawrence doesn't fall to me, then obviously I'll be upset, but that also means that I'm up an extra 2 picks to grab one of those better wide receivers or running backs. So if I get what's up?
I was going to say, Brendan, if Lawrence goes at 1-8, why not take Fields at 1-10?
You know what? That's probably a decent move. I was thinking taking Wilson there regardless, but the issue is if Lawrence isn't there, I probably wasted a 2nd-round pick, and I also probably wasted Raheem Mostert because I can guarantee you that Fields, Wilson, any of those quarterbacks probably would have been there at the 112. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I uppaid a little bit to move up 2 picks to hopefully try and grab Lawrence there. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And I totally get it. But you know what I mean? Like, I would have been happy with Wilson or Fields pre-draft at the 112. So,
I think it'll be interesting. I think there's only one pick potentially that you have to worry about because Crystal has a lot of holes. She's looking to get younger. With having Ryan and Stafford, do you take Lawrence for the future?
I don't think you do, bro. Honestly, as a fantasy football player, it'd be a huge mistake. Matthew Stafford and Matt Ryan both have the combination of being a top 10 quarterback regardless.
Okay.
Matt Stafford probably could be even better in Los Angeles, bro. No lie.
Yeah, so I think looking at the draft board, it's very helpful for you that Griswold owns 3 of the top 10 picks. So
Agreed.
3 of the top 9. I think you've got a realistic shot to get him. Yeah, absolutely. After looking at the draft board, there's one pick I'd be worried about. That's it.
We'll see what the heck happens.
Yep. Because everybody else has I mean, Joel needs a quarterback, but the 1-2 is just way too high. No chance he goes.
So all right. Let's look at one of my other leagues in the Super Flex League. I have the 101. I also have the 102. I also have like the 107, I think. Got a lot of picks, bro. Let me pull it
Yeah.
up real quick. Let me see what I got.
Who are your quarterbacks?
Here we go. Here we go. I've got the 101, 102, 109, the 206, and the 210. I've got a lot of picks. So my roster is Ryan Tannehill, Sam Darnold, Cam Akers, J.K. Dobbins, Marquise Brown, Jerry Jeudy, Noah Fant, Henry Ruggs, Laviska Shenault. Here's what I'm thinking. I got to go Trevor Lawrence, bro. There's no doubt about it.
Yep.
And then I'm thinking I go Najee Harris, bro, to pair up with Cam Akers and J.K. Dobbins. Najee Harris. And then I've got the 109 where I could hopefully, I think a couple quarterbacks would go in between, and I could probably land Waddle, probably not Smith. Well, actually, let me look at the draft board real quick,
Some
Tyler.
people don't like Smith, man. You might get Smith. I would go Lawrence and Fields, and then I would trade Tannehill for a decent haul.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think anybody would really make that move. I think people still value running backs more than QBs in this league. So, okay, look. So I go Lawrence at the 101. Let's say I go Najee Harris at the 102. So then I've got Tannehill, Lawrence, and Darnold. And then I've got Akers, Dobbins, and Harris, which would be so sick. Right?
Yeah.
The 103 is probably going to go quarterback, Wilson. The 104 is probably going to go Chase. The 105, 6, 7, 8, you have probably 1 to 2 quarterbacks plus ETN plus another top wide receiver. I probably could get Waddle or Smith at the 2-9, bro. I think I got to go that route. I think I have to.
That makes sense to me. I would try and trade Tannehill then for a younger, slightly less proven quarterback with upside in another piece.
Would you? So then,
Yeah.
I mean, but then at that point, then is it worth taking Harris at the 102? You know, if I'm going to trade Tannehill, I have to take a quarterback at the 102, unless I get a quarterback in return.
I mean, personally, yeah, I would do Lawrence, Fields, build around them. You already have a young RB core. Grab Smith or Waddle at that next pick that comes up, and then trade Tannehill for
a mid first, and maybe something else.
Yeah.
The 103 plus.
Like, I mean, you know as well as I do, looking at your roster, you're not contending next year. So,
for sure.
Yeah, I'd trade Tannehill now for upside pieces and a draft pick. Build it young, stay young, and punt this year.
Dude, that's actually a decent idea. I'm gonna look at
whoever be going into next year with Lawrence and Fields. You would be like, that'd be like having Jackson and Mahomes into their second years. People would be
So
super.
The
excited.
owner of here we go. New York's pick is in.
Oh wow, that kid from Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, I know some people think he's a really good wideout, but
Mistake, bro.
He's really tall.
They should have traded back. That's the first big mistake of the night, in my opinion, bro. They should have traded back.
Crazy.
Ew, bro, you see his photo? He looks like he's a freaking crazy guy.
He's
You see him, bro? Like his eyes are like in the back of his head.
He's a pretty good player. I watched a lot of his film.
There you go. He looks a lot better now, bro. He looked like the Undertaker in his stock photo.
Yeah, he's a pretty good player, actually. I thought he might go round 1.
Yeah, bro, that's too early, dude. Rashad Bateman and Elijah Moore, a more sleeper pick, is better in my opinion. It's bad, bro. Rondale Moore, obviously. This is a bad pick in my opinion. They could have waited.
But yeah, man, to finish up what we were saying, that's what I would do because I think it sets you up way better for the future.
So So
in
check
my
this
opinion.
out. Check this out. So the person that owns the 103, they need a quarterback. They have Drew Lock, Tua, and Tom Brady. So I could probably trade him Ryan Tannehill. This is the rest of the roster: Ezekiel Elliott, Austin Eckler, Calvin Ridley, Chris Godwin, Evan Ingram, the 103, and also an early second, the 203. I could probably imagine if I could trade like Ryan Tannehill for like the 103 plus like I don't think you do 103 and Chris Godwin, but just imagine, bro.
I'd do it straight up for the 103.
You
Straight
think
up.
so?
Yeah, because then you could add Harris to your core too.
Wow, that would be so sick.
You would be going into the next year with Lawrence, Fields, Harris, Akers, Dobbins, Judy, Smith, Smith or
Or
Waddle,
Waddle.
Ruggs. You said Pittman?
Akers, Dobbins, Marquise Brown, Jerry Judy, Noah Fant, Ruggs, Chenault.
Chenault. That'd be a
Is that
pretty
worth
fun,
it? Is that
be a
I mean, I
fun
know I'm
build.
getting like 5 years younger. So I mean, is Tannehill was like a top 7 quarterback. Is the 103? Should I have him add?
He was a top 7 QB, man, but he just lost Corey Davis. You got to keep that in mind.
True. And Jonnu Smith.
That's 1,600 yards he just lost.
Wow. All right. True. You're right. I'm gonna make
And I
some
know
offers,
AJ
bro.
Brown's a stud, but now they're just going to double cover AJ Brown.
I'm gonna make some offers.
They
That's a
signed
great idea.
someone.
And you know what? I'm not even ready to contend. It's gonna take one more year after this. So you're right.
Yeah, I'd do it. Who did they
Dang.
sign? They signed a wide receiver.
Who? Tennessee?
Yeah.
Probably a nobody, bro.
Yeah, I can't think of who it was.
Dang. So I got some moves to make, bro. I like it. I appreciate the idea. But Tyler,
Absolutely.
this has been freaking awesome, bro. I almost dropped an F-bomb there, but this has been quite the riot. And I gotta say thank you for going live, live during the recording to do this, man. It's been a real good time.
I had a great time. And outside of Steph seeing it live, Brendan, if you dropped an F-bomb right now, I'm questioning if my mom's even going to make it through this amount of time of the podcast. So you could probably drop one and maybe nobody would know.
I'll tell you this, bro. Holy Schmidt. It's been a heck of a freaking ride tonight, Tyler. You know
Good
we
fun,
keep
man.
it PG, bro. We keep it PG. We got people of all ages listening. You know what?
Yeah.
I understand there's actually been studies showing that people who swear, oh, look at that. Your dogs are probably cussing right now. But there is legit proven studies that people who cuss are naturally more intelligent. I'm just going to say, Tyler, I cuss all the time off air just to show my intelligence on air, if that makes sense.
Wow, my wife cusses like a sailor. So
She's a pretty smart woman. That's all I got to say, bro.
she is very smart. But yeah, she cusses a lot. She cussed on the podcast. She tripped
That's
over
crazy.
the cord. I'm interested to see if the F-bomb came through. That can't be held against our PG rating.
Listen. All I got to say, man, is I hope she didn't ruin it for all of us. Listen, we got the entire world riding our backs on this, bro. There's a
Brent,
lot of pressure.
What you're hoping is she did kind of mess it up because you could hold it over her in a Jonathan Taylor trade.
JT, baby. JT and trade talks. That's some good leverage
cuss
right
him
there. I
right
freaking
now.
love it. Nice, bro. Nice. But Tyler, as always, pleasure doing this with you. First ever coverage of the NFL draft, man. It's been a great time. I'm super excited to
Awesome, man.
see what the future holds, but let's get the trade talk started, baby. I love it.
I'm going to send a text tonight to Joel, and I'll
Nice.
report back to you.
I love it, man. Hey, one thing for everybody listening, just remember, in terms of dynasty football, there is no escaping. There is no way you can get out of this because you're in this for life.